We're live.
All right. What's going on, guys? We have an impromptu podcast.
Let's go.
So basically what happened, my buddy Sergio, how are you, by the way?
I'm doing fantastically well, Brian. Thank you.
Ooh,
Cool.
fantastically well.
Whoa. That's you guys just did a little yoga session, so
That
you
is
guys
true.
are all zen and stuff like that.
We're
Yeah.
bonded.
Yeah,
we
you guys-
sweat together. We bled
You
together.
guys are doing good.
Yeah,
so.
I'm feeling great. I feel rejuvenated. Give me
Yeah.
any job intervil right now. I'm killing it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
it.
yoga
So-
does for me.
So let's see. Let me do a little job interview. We're searching for. No, that's not true. Actually, we are searching for some help, but that's a whole other thing. Anyways, you're from New York, obviously.
Born and raised, Lower East Side, Manhattan.
Oh, a Lower East Side Manhattan.
So he's
Whoa.
hard.
You're always from that area.
Yeah, born and raised, shuffled around, a few different areas in that location. But yeah, Lower East Side, Manhattan.
All right. So first off, you were going to be on yesterday's podcast, but this guy this guy shows up late. You know what I mean? Like, it's like no.
Yeah, it was a dirtbag move on my part. It was. Check it out, because listen, I'm always taking advantage of my wife's flight benefits. She's a flight attendant,
Yeah.
so I got on the buddy
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
I felt like such a peasant, just waiting because I missed it by one person.
Man, dude, can't you just like kick that person off?
I wish I could.
Just be like, I heard this guy has a bomb.
Yeah. I should have.
Now he's blacklisted. He won't be able to fly.
Yeah, now you're
Anymore.
on the TSA list,
Watch list.
no fly list.
Yeah, man, it was so disheartening. I'm online, luggage, hat, got the coffee, everything. I'm set to go, and the plane just flew away
Just
right in
taken
front of me.
away.
Yeah,
Right?
I
It's
mean,
like, oh,
and there was one
See
seat
that
left.
movie.
There was one seat left. We
There was a
checked.
seat
yeah,
left.
but because the lady was just taking her time at the front desk,
they shut the doors.
they shut the doors because at 1 p.m. they got to go.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
There was actually 2 seats left because there was a flight attendant who wanted to get on the door.
Oh, so you both got bumped.
Yeah, and she was very attitudey about it.
Oh,
she
my
was like,
gosh.
according to my record, what I'm seeing here, there's 2 seats available, miss. You guys need to speed it on up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was like this.
I'm like, yeah,
I was
I'm
like-
with her.
You're like,
I'm with
yes.
her. I'm with her. Whatever she said, I'm good. So,
my God.
I was actually, interesting enough, I was on a flight to Johannesburg once, and I was sitting in the exit row, which is like the first exit row. So there was no one in front of us, which was awesome. Glad to leg room, because I'm real tall and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
real tall guy.
But so interesting, I got talking to the guy next to me because I'm a pretty personable guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to
Love
talk
to
a little
talk.
bit. So he ends up flying to Joburg on like some missionary work like 6 times a year.
Wow.
Right? And so he's like, yeah, I've got a voucher for first class, so I'm hoping they bump me to first class if there's any available seats. He goes, I'm pretty sure I looked and there's several available seats. So a similar thing happened. We start backing up. Now the flight's full. And so we're like, crunched in there like, peasants and stuff like that. And it's a 16 and a half hour in the air flight. So you want as much room as possible.
yeah.
There's not one seat empty in the coach or, economy class, whatever it is, right? And so we start to back up and he goes, that sucks. He goes, I'm done. I go, why? He goes, once they're moved, they can't put you to first class. He said they can't. So we back up like 10 feet and we move forward. They had forgot to load some baggage.
Ooh.
And so the flight attendant comes to him and puts him to first class. So I was happy for him. I want to stab him, of course, because I'm like, now you get to lay down and go to
Bastard.
sleep, and I'm sitting up like a jerk, But it was great. I had the only seat next to me open, which is awesome.
That is awesome for a long flight like that.
Yeah, but how weird is that though? That there's the rules, like you said. There's seats open, but they don't take them up because whatever. And then in my case, it was like So, anyways, point is, so we met last year.
We did.
Was it last year?
It was last year when you opened up 2.0.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You came out for a tour with us. We became friends. Obviously, you
Which,
two.
by the way, it was a little bit of a weird time. It was just about when like COVID was like this kind of the information was like sprinkled around. And I remember I felt a little apprehensive about like traveling, but I did it anyway, and I had the time of my life with you guys. Man, I had a good time.
I remember.
I invited Noah to a guest spot I did, at what was it?
Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Yeah, the Comedy
So it was
Castle.
Comedy Castle.
Ridley's, yeah.
And it was funny because I never even seen his face before the door slid open and he walked out, and I was like, "Hey, that's Sergio."
Yeah. So obviously you're a comic,
Right. I'm a comic. These days I moonlight as a comic. I'm on the road a lot with my boys Chris DeStefano and Giannis Pappas. So I do a lot of road work with them.
Yeah.
And that's touring to different parts of the country. But I'm also a personal trainer.
Right.
And I'm in a fortunate situation because I enjoy both.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
I love them like I love animals. Like, you know, that's why I came out here, you know, by myself. I mean, that's how much I love, you know, reptiles and, you know, so
Yeah.
I fill my life with a lot of positive things. The animals, the boxing, the stand-up comedy. It's a good, it's good living.
He's a passionate man. That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
We are too. You know what?
passionate.
Most people here that are working for my parents or just around, you know, we're the same thing. We just follow
I
our
get that
passions.
vibe here. I get that vibe here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
who
no,
else
we got great
does
people.
yoga after work?
Yeah,
You know, you
dogs,
gotta be
you guys
passionate.
hooked me up, man. That's
Oh, yeah.
exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
I mean,
was
I feel
great.
reset.
Yeah. So
You smell the oil?
I walked in, so I wasn't here for yoga, which I was bummed out about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. I'm
Next
going to get
time.
next time. I'm going to be here. I walk in. You guys are. I mean, first off, I'm calling you because Anthony, who's running the board, Jay's not here tonight.
Yeah.
Is calling. Like he texted me, like, "Where are you guys at?" And I'm like, "Where the heck are you?" Know? And I knew that you guys were doing yoga, but I didn't know it was going to be like an hour and a half yoga session.
We didn't
so,
either.
So I'm calling your mom. I'm calling you, and I'm like, they've got to be doing yoga. You know. So I walk in, and there's like essential oil smell in the air. It's
Yeah.
like you guys are laid out. I mean, did
Yeah.
you see? You guys all
No.
had your. I almost did it to you, Sergio, but I didn't because
What was it?
I went over to your mom and I started rubbing her temples. I almost did it to you because I wanted you to wake up and like look up and just see me rubbing your temples and stuff.
Somebody was rubbing mine. That
I know
wasn't
was,
you?
No, I saw her.
Oh,
I saw
okay.
her, the yogi, rubbing your temples. So I thought I would go around and start doing
You
it
would
as
have
well.
been like, yeah, the yogi's temples. I mean, hands are rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wait a second, this smells like snake poop.
I wish you did it to Sergio. That would have been
I was
funny.
so gonna do it too.
That would have been crazy. I would have been looking up. I would have seen you.
just me, just rubbing your thing.
But it was a real cool setup, man. We did it right upstairs in the Reptarium.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, you know, 2 feet away from me is the waterfall
Yeah.
from Bowser's enclosure. You know,
Well, you know, we did one snake yoga. So we used to do snake yoga. Okay, that was the thing we used to do.
oh, I didn't know you did yoga. I thought it was like you had the snakes doing like massages and stuff.
We
like
did that too, but we actually did snake yoga way before 2.0. But one time before we actually opened at 2.0, it was like a week before we did a snake yoga at 2.0. That was the only time so this is the second time that's happened. But that time was interesting because it was a thunderstorm.
Really?
And so we turned the lights out, and you had just the lights of the actual setup, you know, and then you had like thunder and lightning in the background. It was so wicked. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
that sounds
super
awesome.
cool. Yeah, it was
Yeah, it sounds
really,
great.
really cool. And so I can't wait to do it again.
I know. I was mad that you weren't there today. But
So how does it work with snake yoga exactly?
So literally, it's kind of like goat yoga, where our yogi at the time they'd walk around with snakes, and as you're doing pose, they'd put snakes on you. And stuff
awesome,
like that,
man.
yeah. But then you still have the ambiance, like you said, the waterfalls and the whole stuff like
See, the
that.
thing is with yoga, by the way, so the yogi asked me, "Have you done yoga before?" I know, like I did my version of it, right? It's
Yeah,
like, you know,
me too.
And, you know, the little stretches. I like to keep it as pure as can be with yoga, right? And I like incorporating the snakes. I like that because I love snakes.
Yeah.
But I've never done it, but I
Yeah.
like the idea. But at the same time, you can't get too crazy with yoga. Like there's like
Yeah.
hip hop yoga.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know if I want to mix gangster rap and
No.
drug dealing while I go into my, warrior
Yeah.
pose and downward dog. I want
Yeah.
a certain piece. I want some Sam McLaughlin, Alanis Morissette,
Yeah, Alanis
some
Morissette.
Dido.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
good.
some Sade.
I know. What were you guys listening to today? It was just like
trap music.
really. What's it? Trap music?
Yeah, it was like today. I'll
okay.
shoot you in the face. No,
Yeah.
it's
I don't
actually very
mind. I
smooth.
don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind trap music. I think that's. Yeah,
Picturing my dad
Yeah.
driving to work listening to trap music. Just
well,
like,
no, I actually had this vision like when I used to do reptile shows. I don't do reptile shows anymore, but I wanted to have that. Like, I wanted to have the booth like almost to where you'd walk into my store, and I wanted to play trap music, like as you walked in, so that it didn't feel like you were in a reptile show. You were just at the BHB.
Always the innovator.
But I never did it because I stopped doing reptile shows.
That would be awesome though, to have like an igloo of sorts.
Right, yeah.
Maybe even have like a glass door that's tinted, so you can't see in unless you open it.
Let's go into the BHB den.
And that would be so much different than every other booth that's just open. We might have to go to a show and do this.
Just do that.
I
there won't
see
even be
this.
any snakes. You just walk in and it's like, we're doing yoga.
Yeah.
None of these snakes are for sale.
No. Yeah, these are only here for display. Yeah.
They had you used to have those NOS. I would be like, Dad, what are these NOS snakes? I'm like, that's not for sale.
NFS. Yeah, not
What's
for sale.
NF? Oh,
not for sale.
Not
NFS.
for sale.
Yeah.
I was like, what are these NFS snakes?
Yeah,
Not for sale.
Yeah, not for sale. By the way, we got Mac in the house. He's one of our mods. Mac is
Hey, Mac.
What's going on, Mac?
He's showing
How are you?
some love off
He's just
the
showing
bat.
some
Thank
love
you.
off the bat.
Appreciate it.
We do have some super chats. Let's
Yeah,
see
let's
what
just
else we
hit 'em.
got. Let's hit a couple here. We got
Appreciate
Simple Man's
you guys.
back. Hey, Simple Man, we actually gave you an extra thing. Welcome, Sergio. Hope you all are doing well. Simple Man is one of our
Thank you, brother. I'm well. Yeah.
Simple Man is not only one of our most incredible supporters, but also great at making pizza. So he's coming up, and I'm buying a pizza oven.
Where's he from?
Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, Florida. Can make up to 1,000 pizzas in a day.
Are they good, Mr.
He says he says top 10
That's
in the
the
world.
New York snob in me, but I'm not really a New York snob pizza guy. There's New York snob pizza
no,
guys.
I am. I'm a
you?
New York snob pizza guy.
I'm not like I'll eat any pizza. But, like I got my favorite pizza, but there's like snobs out there. I'm like, it's fucking cheese and bread. Like cut it out.
What's your favorite? We got to know.
So there's a place called Suprema.
We
It's
never
on
been.
38th and like 9th Avenue.
Okay.
So that's considered like Hell's Kitchen area.
Okay.
And it's like a very low key spot.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And
Well, when we
pizza
come
is
out,
good.
you're going to have to take
Yeah.
us out there because I'm a big New York pizza guy. I am pretty much a snob about, so for me personally, no place in the world that has better pizza. Well, Italy has better pizza than New York, seriously.
Okay.
Other than Italy, I've never tasted better pizza. And I went to a lot of New York pizza places that weren't in New York. They didn't got it,
No.
man. They
So
can't do
what's
it.
your response? Like, what is this crap? You flip tables
Yeah,
over?
I just like throw it on the floor and just like, give me
What is
my
this
money
crap?
back.
What is that beautiful restaurant with the lobster ravioli?
Oh, that is it's
on a different
It's on
part.
Arthur Avenue in the Bronx.
Oh, the BX.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Amelia's.
Amelia, bro.
Arthur
the
Avenue.
lobster ravioli at this place.
It is my
die
favorite.
for.
It is my favorite restaurant in the country.
I mean, it's the type of thing where every time you take a bite from that lobster ravioli, it's just like
Yeah,
you're like making faces like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even want to.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom a couple times to clean up. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like change the underwear.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that place or no?
No, I haven't.
There's
Yeah,
a million of restaurants.
Yeah,
in New
that's the
York,
thing with
but
New York. It's like
I've never been to Arthur Avenue in the
really
Bronx.
okay.
Yeah.
It's like Little Italy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you know,
what I hear.
it's
a lot of old school Italians out
very
there.
old school. Yeah, a friend of ours who is obviously Italian. Pretty connected, if you know what I mean. He took us to like a little bar like that is like not open to people. You know
Right.
what I mean? You walk in. And,
Social club.
yeah, social club.
social
It's a
club.
bunch of old Italian guys playing cards. Some dudes outside detailing their cars and stuff. I'm in there. I'm like, some Polak. This is making me real. And then one guy's like, "You want a cappuccino?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want it. I don't know what to say. Yes, no. Just don't kill me, please."
Don't kill
How
me.
long ago was that?
That was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Steve in
Yeah,
a while.
Steve, it's been a while. So give me one more second. Can you go up for a second with Anthony? We had, what is that? I can't even read that
Janet,
right.
I forgot
Janet,
her last name, but
you are
Janet
awesome.
stopped in.
Well, Janet, thank you. You're awesome as well.
She's
so
been
thank
popping in the last few podcasts, so
Oh, nice.
appreciate
nice.
her.
Well, thank you, Janet.
for
Thank
the
you so
support,
much. I
Janet.
appreciate you. And then we have Mike, our jeweler guy. He's New Yorker.
He gave me a pendant, ECN pendant.
Says, sup, guys? Just stuck at work here. Hope everyone is doing well today.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man. We're doing good, dude. Thank you for so much, man.
He says, about to go home and huck some
Yeah, huck
rats
some-
in the tub for feeding night.
I
So
supposed to
what's
feed
the
tonight.
pendant style? What is it exactly?
So it's just letters, the letters BCN. It's a small little, just silver pendant. But like he gave me a little cloth to shine it and stuff like that. I have it on a little chain. I
Yeah,
never
he's a
really
New York
wear
guy,
it.
too.
I don't wear chains anymore.
Yeah.
But I look
I
at
had
it.
a nice collection of jewelry when I was younger.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Inspired by Wu-Tang Clan. I think the worst piece of jewelry I got, So the RZA, he's the head of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
And he's the producer, and he had these spiked rings that would like spiral. And I got one. And it was ridiculous. First of all, it was like 10 carat. You know,
really?
His was diamond spiral. Mine was like just white gold. Every girlfriend I had at the time was like, that ring is disgusting. Like, they just turn it around, like they would be embarrassed to walk. I'd be walking around like it looked like an ice cream cone.
Oh my God!
My ring.
God. Then Lori would love it. She'd be like, "That's the nicest ring I've ever seen."
What?
Take me out for vanilla ice cream.
Are you kidding me?
She does like her ice
cream.
cream. She does like her ice cream. She does like her ice cream.
One of the many tacky phases I went through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I've never had that issue.
I had.
Yeah, thankfully, it's not like a
punctuated with a
ponytail.
snip. Yeah, I never had that issue.
Yeah.
I can relate though. And then when you see pictures of yourself with it on, you're like, oh, what the fuck am I doing?
Wait, listen.
All right, let's hear it.
Tell Sergio what you were to homecoming or prom or whatever the fuck
my
it was.
last ever high school dance I went to, I wore. Let me start from the basics. All right.
Go back to the
Oh,
beginning.
I like the way he slows it down. Let me start from the basics. He gave me a little Barry White, voice right there. Let me start from the basics.
All white. Okay. My shirt.
I mean, that's bold. White is bold. Like all white party.
White pants. White shirt.
it gets better.
White belt. On the shirt, it had embezzled, like diamonds.
Embroidered.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
It wasn't real diamond, but it was like shiny, bezel-y.
What vehicle do you take that outfit with?
You'll hear. You'll hear.
You'll
Just
hear.
wait. You got around the collar, same little thing. Looking
You got to
good.
arrive on a horse.
Got a fur coat on.
Yeah, white
All
fur
right.
coat. Fur coat.
Brown.
What kind
brown
of fur?
Oh, is that brown fur coat? That's right. Yeah.
It was bear fur. Bear fur. And
Bear fur.
is getting better. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, so that offset that contrast, right? The white with the brown bear
Yeah,
fur.
yeah.
I feel it. I'm seeing it.
White
it's
sneakers. All right.
White-
White
yeah.
sneakers.
Okay, what brand?
Adidas.
Adidas. Those are Adidas.
And then to pop it off,
Oh yeah, $10,000.
chain, diamond cross.
$10,000 cross, man.
Bro, I was balling.
Yeah, he was, man. It was. He had a
What
statement.
can I say?
That is a statement.
I was also the homecoming like prince, so I had to show off.
How you pull up to the party without it had to be a horse
Mustang.
with a braided tail.
Mustang.
I had a Mustang. It was a horse.
Feeling it. I like it.
That is true.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
So that was my last dance I went to. I really had to show
Brian,
up.
what was your response when
When people were like asking me if it was, who's that kid, I was like, I don't know who the parent is. I have no idea. But that whoever raised that kid's got to be messed up.
Yeah, who let him out the
Yeah,
house?
who's that guy? But yeah, no, he's
Beautiful time,
Yeah,
though.
it's a beautiful time. Becky's in the house. Thank you, Becky. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Simple Man's back.
Hey.
What's that? My bro, Silver Cash.
Oh,
is
you got
on
him
the-
confused.
Oh,
Silver
shit.
Cash makes the pizzas.
Damn it! I am sorry, dude. I am so screwed up. I gotta write a note. Which one's Simple Man and which one's Silver
It does
Cash.
get confusing because the S's and they both
Oh
they
yes,
crush.
it's Simple Man and Silver
Silver
Cat.
Cat.
Listen, alligators, crocodiles, right? Come on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's my bad. I should know better than that. So I apologize for you.
Yeah.
Maria just threw some love.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Maria. Appreciate you, man. So
Hey Maria,
Hey, Maria.
yeah, Maria, tell us more about you. But
that's Noah's style, right? He sneaks in like that.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up, Maria?
I do. I give people kisses. I say you can save that for later.
yeah, I know it's
Hold
good.
that.
Yeah.
I want to know. So you said you're into the animals, right? What was your first animal or reptile that got you into loving these animals?
I started with a garter snake,
Garter snake.
and they always brought me peace from a very young age. It was an animal that anytime someone asks me, why do you enjoy these animals, when they do it like in that condescending manner, why do you enjoy these animals?
Yeah.
And my response is usually like, they're beautiful creatures
Yeah.
that are that provide me peace when I handle them, when I feed them, when I create their enclosure. I like to go for naturalistic enclosures. I say these animals bring me peace, and I find them absolutely beautiful, and I feel like I'm always learning about them.
Yeah.
And I say, imagine that you had a garden that you tended to. You know, that's the way I feel about tending to my animals.
Yeah.
You know,
Makes sense.
and so I've had snakes my most of my life, and I love them. And I have like 9 now, and they're my
So you grew up in New York, right?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Yeah.
So
Was
most
there-
of these animals may be illegal in a New York City apartment. We might have to do some editing.
There's
Oh,
a
fuck.
lot. There's a lot of.
Sorry.
No, they're not. They're not. Trust me. I know a bunch of people that breed retics in
fuck.
Manhattan.
That's
in
wild.
Manhattan. That is crazy because you are not allowed even a ball python, let alone a retic.
I gotta know this. I gotta know this. Was there so you know what herping is, right?
Yeah.
Was there any herping in New York? Could you do any?
Not in Manhattan.
I mean,
Maybe-
there was the only herping that went around New York City is when I had a rough weekend with Hennessy. No protection.
No, right. Yeah.
Then I was herping like,
Yeah, you were like,
Is there anything in
Some nothing.
I saw a brown snake at the East River Park, a little brown snake. I don't know if
Really?
someone let it loose, but
I'm wondering
never-
in Central Park if there's any.
You know what I saw the other day in
was
Central Park? Populated. You know, we're just getting over this thing, right?
Yeah.
Called
Yeah.
Corona thing,
Yeah,
right?
something like that.
Something like that.
Modelo.
And so me and my daughter out for a picnic, you know, daddy and daughter time, and we're having a fantastical time. Got the checkered blanket out, and lo and behold, walking on his hind legs with his own basket is a raccoon.
Oh my gosh, raccoon
What?
come out. He's like, hey, I'm going to make this this basket mine.
Yeah, I mean, he was huge. No one flinched. I was like, we are in New York, you guys. We don't see this. And people took a photo with it real quick.
Oh my gosh,
That's
a little
right.
selfie.
I was in awe. I was like,
Yeah.
I'd never seen a raccoon in New York. It was
Yeah.
huge.
I mean, he's probably
Oh.
thriving with all the trash on the
Oh
side
my
of the
God.
He
road.
was heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
You
yeah.
sure it's
Thick.
not? You sure it wasn't a rat?
No, it wasn't a rat.
Was it a New York
wasn't a
rat? You sure those New York rats get pretty big? man?
No, it was a raccoon.
Did you hear about like there's like an action plan going on to take care of some of the rats? They're planning
that?
on releasing 2,000 wild cats.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So
Oh
in
my
the,
gosh.
In the early 90s,
Jesus.
we're here in Michigan.
No, in
New York.
New
Oh,
York.
so New York, in the early 90s, they released hawks. And you'll
Well, the
still
hawks
see
at
them.
least make it a little more sense. But I mean, when will the government realize that putting an invasive animal in to control another invasive animal is probably not the best idea?
You know what we call
yeah.
that? That's dirtbag shit.
Yeah,
Dirtbag
dirtbag
shit.
shit. Because this happened, you know, I mean, obviously we've seen this happen in Australia. If you know the cane toad issue in Australia, that has devastated wildlife, stemmed from the agriculture department in Australia. What happened was they had cane plants, cane sugar plants, and they were getting cane beetles, and it was hurting the plants. So they thought, let's release some cane toads to eat the beetles. Now, in all their wisdom, I'm sure they got paid a lot of money for this. They didn't realize that cane beetles live at the top of the cane sugar plants,
Okay.
and toads stay on the ground.
Yeah.
So not only did they not eat the cane beetles, but now they went from, I'm not kidding you, they released 6 cane toads.
Oh my
6.
God.
And there's
And they like to get busy.
6 billion now.
Oh.
It literally,
Wow.
I mean, billions of them in Australia, and it's devastated the wildlife. And this has happened over and over and over again with the governments, you know, people in charge. They release invasive animals to thwart other invasive animals, and next thing you know, you got
another problem.
You release 2,000 cats. Number one, they better be spayed and neutered, but they're probably not going to be.
Probably.
Is
now
that
you're gonna
even a
have
thing?
I saw an article. It said they were thinking about it. So
The Inquirer? Did you read
Yeah,
that?
yeah, let's call the Star.
What is your news source, Noah?
St. Cheese TV. It's not very reliable.
Was it the Onion?
The Onion.
The New York Times.
So Silver Cash is actually in the house now. This is our
Okay.
pizza guy.
Here we go.
So
Pizza.
so I'm Simple Man. Sorry, buddy. Silver Cash is our pizza guy. So he's in the house, and so he's coming up. He's coming up. I think in September or August, something like that.
Yeah,
so he's
so-
going to come up, and I'm literally buying an oven, a pizza oven.
Wood fire?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Just because I want him to. I don't know if it's wood fire.
We got to
to
do wood fire. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I just said
and your confidence waving. You're, yeah. I don't believe it. So whatever.
I think it's more like propane, but I don't know.
No, please get wood fire.
I don't know.
It's gotta be wood fire.
It's a difference, and it's worth it.
Well, if I can find a wood fire one for under $800, I'll buy
Well,
it.
I mean, is it about
Because
the money?
that's yeah. Think about it. If Silver Cash comes in and makes 3 pizzas,
Well, he can teach
and it's
us.
$800, that's we're talking about $250 a pizza.
Well, if he teaches me, then I'll make you pizzas whenever you want.
I don't know. We do have a cool pizza place down the street called Trivoli's. I don't know if we should go to that, or not. But
Let's hit your rollies.
I'm
but
down.
it's actually I like it. It's as close as like I get to good pizza from New York. But
That's true.
But I like I said, I'm a big pizza guy in New York. That's like I eat when we go to New York. We eat our way through New York.
Oh,
you know, I got to have the two lobster raviolis at Amelia's. I've got to have cannolis. I've got to have pizza.
Fresh mozzarella balls.
Yeah, fresh mozzarella balls. You got to get all of it. You know what I mean?
Fresh sausage with the mozzarella balls.
Isn't it wild when you go away and you visit a place like New York, how your eating habits?
It's
like you got the eating habits of a badger.
Yeah,
yeah. Yes,
eating everything.
Yeah, we turn into that raccoon.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just eat I'll eat like 8 meals. Yeah, each day.
A day. Yeah.
Each day.
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right, gotta get some sushi. Gotta
Pasta.
get, whatever.
Yeah, every time I come back from visiting a place, I come back feeling like a baked potato.
Yeah.
I'm getting out the car, I'm like, ugh, making.
I know you're a fitness guy, and I was surprised today. You were like, "Yeah, I'm heading down to Wendy's to go get some food." And I'm like, "Wait a second, I thought you were a fitness guy."
Yeah, his eyes looked right through me. He was like, "Interesting. So you're a fraud, right?
Yeah.
You speak fitness, but you're eating the Baconator 2 times over."
Yeah, exactly. What did you get?
I got the double cheeseburger, French fries, nuggets, a baked potato, and a high C.
Jesus.
I got high C like a child. I'm 41 years old. Why would I drink a pink drink?
Shit, though. Double potatoes. That's a strong move, man.
That is strong. That is it got the.
The best part about New York, though, and you were talking about this off air, was how you aren't used to not walking everywhere here.
Right.
So you can eat 8 meals a day because
And walk everything
you're
off,
burning
yeah.
so many calories walking
Yeah.
around the city when you're a
Do you have
tourist.
Do you have a car?
Yeah, I'm a proud owner of a Fiat.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
you
an
gotta
adult-
have a small one. You gotta have a small car.
Oh yeah. I mean, it is adorable. I mean, there's certain buttons you could press, and turtle shells spit out the back, and oil. in
Oil
the front.
slick. Yeah. The nails come out.
adorable,
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's truck's got that too.
Yeah.
The oil slick.
Oil comes out the
Yeah.
back, but it's not supposed
It's
to.
just a leak.
It's not. Yeah, it's just a leak.
And I'm not a confident driver, Brian. If I feel very comfortable with Noah and Brian today. I'm gonna admit to you guys, I'm not a confident driver.
Really?
I drive 10 and 2. I got tattoos.
Oh,
a bald head, heavy beard. I speak the way I do, very New York. But yet, when I drive my Fiat, I'm like this.
Well, yeah,
I actually wear a helmet when I drive my Fiat.
Yeah, I'll be honest. No one can really feel that confident in a Fiat. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just I haven't drove in a long time.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah, because I don't think I'd have a car if I lived in Manhattan. I don't think
Yeah.
I would.
it's nice to zipper, like if I visit family in Connecticut or something, that's a zip back and forth. You know?
Maybe a Vespa. A nice little Vespa.
That's Connecticut would be a long drive on a Vespa.
Good gas mileage though, man. 100 miles a gallon. Legit.
I don't know why there's certain vehicles that I see and they upset me.
Is that one?
Yeah,
of them?
Vespas upset me. I think they're very
Yeah, man.
they upset me. I'm like, what is those baskets on the side?
Yeah, why? Yeah, why they got that?
And
Yeah,
every time
Why
I
you
see
hating?
someone on the Vespa, their tie is like blowing in
Yeah,
the wind.
it is.
Like,
It is.
it annoys me.
it does. I can understand.
That's
that.
good storage though, man. What if you
It
bought a
is.
frozen pizza?
It's practical.
It is
Yeah.
practical.
Yeah. So, what's the dream reptile that you'd want?
Oh man, there's too many.
Yeah?
There's too many. I would love a Peruvian boa,
Okay.
a reptile boa.
yeah.
I love cow retic.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
After meeting Al Machino,
Yeah, it's
It's
a good
another
snake,
one?
right? Yeah, it's a good snake.
and I've never been a big lizard guy,
Okay.
but you know,
Yeah. Those
Elvis wins my heart over. He's like a
Elvis
big
is
puppy.
amazing.
Tagos,
Were you here?
There's too many.
I don't think you were here when we had like the black tubs that just holding tubs, soak tubs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Elvis, we let Elvis out, and he literally climbed into. He was so curious. The thing is, he's so smart that when you put something out in the aisle that isn't supposed to be there, he's just like mega investigate. Like, what is this? Why is it here? And so he literally climbed into the tubs. And just was like cruising around the side of a go tub, and I mean he's amazing, man. That
You
dude
know what
is
I like
crazy.
about like large lizards like that? The variety of food you could give them. I think
Oh
that's
my
so
gosh,
much
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And the way they shake it up, it's fun.
Yeah,
You can,
I like giving them eggs.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can just,
they
like, keep
slurp it
cracking
up.
Eggs, yeah.
So I have a snake that I could give it hamsters, rats, mice, and chicks, and it's like a garbage disposal. I like that. I have the other ones just eat mice and rats.
Yeah.
You know, they're a
it's
little
nice,
finicky.
yeah.
Snakes are pretty,
Yeah,
you can't
today
vary
Jay
too
had a
much.
little tiny bottle, like a little cup of water with the smallest little fish.
Really?
And he tried to give it to Elvis. And Elvis was like obsessed with it. But of course, he's a giant lizard and this is a little tiny fish.
Yeah.
So he was sticking his head in the water trying to figure out. But of course, his nose is blocking the view because it's just a little tiny cup.
Yeah.
But Elvis was like, I mean, it's amazing how smart he is. He knew there was a little tiny fish in this little cup of water, and he tried to get it so bad it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of trying to give a Tic Tac to Andre the Giant in
or
a
an elephant.
in a little cup.
Or an elephant. Like, here, take that, you know?
I had a large lizard. I had an iguana one time that so when I was a kid, I used to work at Petland Discounts, you know, where I used to visit with my mother, go there. I eventually got a job there. I was so proud of my job. Yeah. I was growing up in a neighborhood that was predominantly, you know, all my friends dabbled like selling drugs and misbehaving and stuff. So I was proud of my Petland job. I would wear non-prescription glasses.
Oh yeah, just so that you look smarter. Yeah.
Are you serious?
No. Tucked in my polo shirt. I said Petland. I left a tag on there, made sure it was always sleek and clean. And I enjoyed coming home smelling like cedar chips and parakeet shit. I was so proud of that job.
Yeah, it's good.
My dad knows that well.
Yeah,
right?
that's how I started. I started the same way without the polo, but.
So when you work in those places, you get people donating animals all the time. So I was given an iguana that was like 6 feet long. Her name was Moesha. Because of the mohawk and the 90s show that Brandy was in was very popular during that time. So she used to roam free in my my studio apartment.
Cool? She was tame?
She was cool.
That's awesome.
I used to clip the nails. My pit bull used to walk by to eat her food, and Moesha used to go, bob her head, and then go, and then eat the food, eat the dog food.
What?
Yeah, it was an ill animal. It was wild. And then lift up the tail and go,
yeah.
And like Moesha wants to eat, she would always get first dibs, and my dog would look at me and go, ooh.
Yeah, like, what did you do?
75-pound pit bull.
Like, what did you do to me, Dad?
But check this out, man. This iguana was hanging out by the window one morning. I'll never forget. It was Thanksgiving. It's like 1996 or something. It was a long time ago. And my girlfriend at the time, I hope my wife is not listening to this, you know. There's a past.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have much money. I had a mattress that came off the wall, you know, not a Murphy bed exactly, just a mattress. And we were laying on that. We wake up. I wake up to the cries. I wake up to the cries of my girlfriend. Oh, my God, Moesha! She's almost out the window. She's on the screen. We live 8 stories up.
Oh my
and
God.
all I heard was the cricketing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, Moesha, stay. Like,
yeah.
And I walk towards her. She goes, gives me a lick.
No.
Steps. And she surfed on that screen 8 stories. Bah. She run downstairs, flip-flops and all.
Fuck.
You know, the heel hitting the leather on the flip-flop. I go downstairs. The iguana was all white. This is before morphs, okay?
Oh, gosh.
All white. It looked beautiful.
Right.
And I was like, oh, my God, that poor animal. And I think I'm going to peel it from the ground. Moesha looks at me and goes,
no.
And
she's
walks away.
Oh, my God.
She lived.
Yeah, that's
now,
amazing.
she was smart enough to know to stay away from the window for months. She stayed away from the window. And then she became a little more confident.
Wow.
Because there was a heater there. So
Yeah.
you know.
Well, if you think about it, even in Florida, those guys will, shake the trees with like giant things. And that's not 8 stories, but it's 20, 30 foot and they fall out. Boom. And then they just run away, you know.
And
so.
no injuries or anything.
Not that I thought it was something internally for sure. Nothing. I had it 7 years after.
Wow. Oh yeah, so it was.
So it was completely fine. Yeah.
Wow. It went off food for like a week.
It was stressed out. It was stressed out.
I would need either.
People will look at the lizard like, I'm okay to eat. What's wrong with you? Did you have a slip?
yeah, exactly.
Did you have a slip and fall accident?
Oh man,
you deserve it, you darn lizard.
that's fucking crazy.
No,
That's awesome.
It is crazy how reptiles sometimes will do that though. They'll like injure themselves by doing silly things, you know what I mean? Like turtles, like just jump off things. And that's like when we have kids hold the turtles, or hold them over the water.
Yeah.
Because those things will just like, they'll just jump right off. You know, they're crazy. But it's...
Same thing with the toads and stuff. Al, if you ever pull out Al.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't give a damn. He just wants to get out your hands.
Yeah, he'll do anything.
Which one is that?
That's a big toad.
Cane toad.
Yeah, cane toad.
Just like we were talking about earlier. They're giant, man. You got to hold 2 hands. It's like it's like a whopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a whopper. Yeah, it's like your double
that's almost a better
cheeseburger.
name.
Yeah,
Whopper.
Whopper would be actually good. We still need a name for that big retic.
Yeah, do you have any ideas?
I don't. I mean, let me think about it. I'm gonna show that beautiful beast of an animal to Charlie, my daughter, and my wife Liz. I'm
Perfect.
gonna say we need, 'cause they're good with names.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
Charlie.
That's a
could be good
beautiful animal.
one. Even Charlie would be a good name.
And she's super nice, man.
Oh my God, the head is.
Did you pull him out or pull her out for him?
Unfortunately, I hope that someone did because I was unavailable. I felt so bad. Like
We can take her out after this.
Yeah. We definitely could. I was so tied up today. I mean, it was
had a lot of
it was a
tours.
really tough day. I mean, it was a fun day, but it was a really busy day. Even after my last tour, I had a phone meeting that was only I thought was like 15 minutes. It lasted almost an hour. Some financial meetings. So
you need that financial shit for this expansion, baby.
Exactly. Yeah, I gotta keep those bankers happy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you on that endeavor. I know it's going to work out and it's going to be amazing.
Definitely.
And secondly, I want to congratulate you and Laura and Noah for the new addition to the family.
You're
going to be a grandpapa.
Yep, we're getting a new dog. Yep, we're pretty excited about it. Oh, you mean the baby? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the baby.
So it was funny. So we announced that we're going to be grandparents a week or so ago on the vlog. And I literally had a guy that used to. Do you remember this guy that you? Because I think he used to comment on your videos. Who Drew the Entertainer?
Drew the Entertainer, maybe.
Anyways,
Not
long
really.
time. I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know. It must be. He obviously went from a supporter to a hater. But literally, so the thumbnail is me and Lori in an ultrasound, and it says "huge announcement," right? Which it is, right?
It is.
It is an ultrasound of my daughter's baby.
Yeah.
And it's a huge announcement. And his response is fucking clickbait. And I'm like,
dude, is your life that miserable that something so trivial would even inspire such language and nonsense?
well, I'm just thinking to myself, like, how can you think that that's what's clickbait? We literally are having a daughter. I keep saying, I don't know what it's going to be, but I say granddaughter.
They're not revealing.
And the baby and the guy's like effing clickbait. I'm like, how is it clickbait? I mean, I understand. I know you're disappointed that Lori's not pregnant.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that. But really, it's not clickbait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, don't get me wrong. Did it not go through my mind a little bit? Like, hey, maybe people think that Lori's pregnant.
But that's kind of the point.
That is the point. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it kept me into like, who's having a baby? You know?
I know. Yeah, exactly.
And that video's doing pretty good right now.
It's doing really good. Almost 200K. Yeah. So there you go. Any other supers?
Yeah, I know we got a bunch actually. Maria, she's back again. What's up? Was she with a little bit of
We
love?
got
Thank
Silver.
you, girl.
Hang on right there.
Yep.
Oh no, we got that one.
Janet.
So Janet, what?
Janet's up next.
Yep,
She
Janet. What do you
she
got
came
here?
in. She says, "I am from the beautiful Bear Lake area. Come out anytime, and we will take you fishing."
I wonder if she's talking about. There's a lot of Bear Lakes.
Yeah, I don't know which
so
one.
I don't know if she's talking about Bear Lake, California. If she is, that's beautiful. I've been up there. It's amazing. It's a ski resort and stuff like that. But again, there's other Bear Lakes all over the country, so I'm not sure
Wherever it is, I will take you up on that offer. I love to fish.
I don't fish personally. I think you're. I
we
think
can
we're
teach
too far.
you.
Yeah,
We can
too far on
teach
that
you.
one. Simple man. Get gas, get gas, and I'll definitely teach you wood burning. It's nice, but it's up to you. That's about the oven, pizza oven.
But he told you to get gas.
He said, yeah. So they sell. We looked them up the last time. There's like these. He told us like Omni or something like that.
Yeah.
Thing. And it's like for like $800. There's like a really
not
nice.
bad.
Yeah, it's not bad for.
Unlimited pizzas though. Think about it. Pizzas till.
But I don't
break.
want-
Where'd you put it? At home, right?
my bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Come
I want
on,
an
silly
outdoor
question.
kitchen. It's like an outdoor pizza thing, so I'd like to make a little outdoor kitchen.
You could put it where the basketball net is.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Play basketball and make pizzas.
Yeah.
I like it in your bedroom. Just rolling out of bed. Just like,
Okay, so Sergio, it says bring Chris D to the Reptarium.
Definitely.
oh yeah, I gotta be honest. Chrissy D is a little bit of a wimpus when it comes to
Yeah,
you
animals.
would think the guy's built like a football player with his big golden retriever head, and he looks at the snakes and he goes. He gets concerned. He's like, I'm just a little concerned about that apex predator you're handling.
So it might be a stretch to get him out.
You know what? I'll get him here because his daughter will be interested.
Oh, we
Yeah,
can
I think
always
it's-
gotta always play on that.
Yeah, I gotta play the kids a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gotta be like, Yeah, exactly. I always say that. You always win people through their children.
Right. That's what you say?
Yeah. I'm always nice to the kid. I ignore the parents. I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to your kids. Today I walked into the Reptarium. You guys are doing yoga. And I didn't realize, of course, the yogi is Beth, who works for us, sister. So we know her well. What's that?
Cousin.
Is it cousin? Oh, yeah, that's right. They grew up together, kind of like Tina and Lori. So anyways, so I walk in and there's just two little girls just like chilling. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's like, whatever. I know we ain't got any events. Where and I was like, oh, yeah, yoga. I forgot. And then I recognized them because they've been here a bunch. They love the Reptarium. So it's...
You'd be surprised how many people just walk in. And if there's not somebody near the front, they will just start looking through the aisles.
Yeah.
Like they treat it like it's a pet store or something.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people do that. I mean, I'd say probably at least a dozen times a week we have people come in and go, I just want some crickets. Or I need a light bulb. And I'm like, we're not a pet shop. I'm sorry.
You know
what's hilarious?
It is an interesting thought, though. You know what I mean? Capitalize on this market that we do have.
Yeah, but I never want a pet shop. I just don't.
Just have a little cricket store in the back.
No, you can run the cricket store out back in the park.
Can I? Can I start? If I started,
if you build it out back.
I don't know why I picture like a shady transaction.
It's gonna be.
Yo, I'm here for those crickets. And they'll go around the corner. You're gonna see Noah, and then like Noah's in the back bagging them up like that. How many you need?
Don't tell my parents that I've been doing this shit on the side.
Come to the truck.
Yeah, it's like crickets. We don't sell crickets, but if you need me,
you want some powder on those crickets? You want some calcium on those crickets?
Yeah, the powder. Yeah.
You do a cricket in a dime bag. Come on now, that's a business.
That's hilarious.
Noah's making bands out back, man.
Dime bag of calcium. I'm not selling any drugs.
No.
Just vitamins.
Yeah. I get excited about diatomaceous earth. I don't get.
Don't get me started on that diatomaceous earth.
All that cricket talk reminds me when I used to work in Petland. We was so ridiculous. Like the coworkers used to play pranks on each other, and they used to put like wax worms in my jacket. So I'll go home, and then I'll just have wax worms in my pocket.
We used to do the same
Or they
thing.
put my sneakers on glue traps.
Oh yeah.
My Adidas,
Not the Adidas.
shell toes with a glue trap.
With the gooch trap.
Glue trap.
Yeah,
glue all over the
so
place.
I think it must just be a pet shop thing because we used to do a lot of pranking as well. And the worst prank I probably ever did to somebody is we had an Oscar that died. Big
Oscar's
Oscar, right?
no joke.
Yeah, and this is a big Oscar. And it was a summertime. And so we actually put it in the other worker's air cleaner in his car.
What?
That is
So like
That's evil.
For weeks he was like, my car smells like dead fish. What's going on?
I wonder why.
Literally just stuffed it in the air cleaner of his car.
Dude,
who does that?
And then
That's
but
evil,
another friend of mine, even almost worse, another friend of mine, and this was not me.
That's why when I told the wax worm story, he was like, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with it. It's silly wax worm.
Oscar in the
That's cute.
Yeah, exactly. But I did not do this, but this was a terrible one. Really, is one of my friends actually taped a bag of frozen pinkies in the summertime, taped it underneath the seat of the guy's car.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it just rotted there like for like.
That is foul.
It's bad. It's bad.
That's
Yeah. It was bad, man. I'm sorry. I apologize right now for even being a part of this conversation.
No, they weren't. At least they weren't animals that were alive.
No, they're frozen.
Right.
That was frozen. And the Oscar died
Right.
of natural causes.
You can't waste a dead Oscar.
Yeah, dead Oscar. I don't know.
Gotta use it.
Oscar, no. He lived a long life. His name was Frank.
Those things got big.
Yeah,
They
how
do
big
get big.
was it?
It was like 12 incher.
Oh my God! So you had to fold it. You had to fold it.
No, this had a pretty big, air cleaner. Like this is the old days, And so this is the old days where you had the little screw top. You pop off the thing, you just throw that in there.
When you had to roll down the window.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's going like this. Like, what the hell is that smell?
Why does that smell so
His
bad?
forearm was huge by the end of the summer. Like,
So gross, man.
But pet shops, you just do that stuff,
Didn't you put a mouse in someone's pocket as well?
Oh, we've done so much. We've done so. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the worst thing, and this is another horrible story.
Oh,
whoever is listening, I'm sorry. I was a bad person at one point. So we used to, as you said, people used to donate a lot of things to the pet shop. And one of the things that used to get donated a lot to us is rabbits, right? Because people buy rabbits as cute little rabbits. They become big rabbits and people don't want them anymore, right? True. And so people would come into the pet shop and hey, I've got this pet rabbit, don't want it anymore, you can have it, right? So I had a big rock python. I had 2 big rock pythons, a pair of big rock pythons. And so they loved rabbits, right?
And
so,
they're garbage disposals
yeah,
as
and
well,
they
right?
love rabbits. So what I named them Good Homes and Caring People.
Oh man.
That way, when people came in to donate their rabbit, I'd say, I promise I'll get these to a good home or caring people.
That is awesome, though.
But I didn't want to lie to people. I didn't want to lie to them and tell them I was feeding them not feeding
That's
them.
horrible.
So I just made that up, man.
That's
so
good though. That's clever.
So they always went to good homes or caring people.
Oh my God, so funny.
That's clever.
It's messed up, isn't it? I'm probably going to hell.
I like it.
I'm probably going to hell for that one.
It's good. That's good shit. That's clever. That's
You don't see rock pythons a lot.
No, I really want to get. I think I want to get one.
Yeah.
Just because I really want, and I know that amethystine or scrub pythons kind of fit into the big snake category as well. But to me, I think there's 4 giant snakes, right? I mean, realistically, there's anacondas, there's retics, there's Burmese, and then there's rock pythons. I consider those the 4. I realize there's other animals. Scrubbies can, especially the Australian version can get giant, but I don't think there's any kinghorn eye in the country. But even normal scrubs get relatively big, and carpet python. But I'm talking the giants, 18-foot plus animals.
so rock pythons can get that large as well. 18 foot.
Oh yeah. And
they're naughty. They have naughty little attitudes.
They are definitely a little bit sketchy.
They're naughty.
They're sketchy.
But that's good though. You need a couple sketchy ones.
Well,
It's
they
good
keep
to have
you
a
on
loose
point. I have a carpet python that keeps me on my toes a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of like it. It's like I'm earning it. Like I'm earning it all.
Yeah, that's why I like Lucy, is because she's fun.
I thought you were gonna say Lori.
Yeah, that's why I like Lori. Yeah, she keeps me on toes. You never know when you can get something thrown across the room at you. Like, you clean up the backyard, whack.
Yeah. Oh, you want to say about Lucy yesterday? Might as well.
Go ahead, tell the story. So we had Lucy out.
Yeah, you tell her. You were the one doing it.
So I had Lucy out. I'm doing a video that'll be out in the next couple of days. That's
Yeah.
just my biggest snakes, So anaconda, big blah blah. And so had Lucy out. She's been in a kind of a cantankerous mood this last little bit. And sure enough, we get her out. We're messing with her. We're doing our thing. We did a film piece on it. It's like all of us are working it and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, she's just like open mouth. She just went.
And you got all our footage.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I've never seen her do this though. Like, so she was stretched out on the ground, nobody handling her at all, just on the ground.
Yep.
She would S up, and then she would just open her mouth.
Yeah.
And just keep it open at you.
So if you were in range, she was going to
Yeah,
pop
she was
you.
just gonna lunge out
Yeah.
and then get you.
Yeah.
I've never seen any snake
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like a text thread or something.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
But like, I never saw Lucy just hold her mouth open.
Just hold her mouth open, just like come
she was in
come
striking
close.
position.
Yeah, come close. And then we had a tour in the house, and the
Yeah.
old guy's like petting her.
Yeah.
he's like petting her, like. "Grr." And I'm like,
dude, what are you doing? But my dad, he's so crazy. He jumped down on all fours, and like, here's the face. He was just right there. He's like, "Hey, Lucy, come on, get her."
This went out.
that went.
Oh,
That's
shit.
probably. Yeah, that's probably. You guys
It's
can talk. I'll fix it.
so what happened?
Probably what I did. I probably knocked it.
Yeah, it's in like foot range, and so basically, if anybody kicks it, it just goes out.
So he went on all fours on his Steve Irwin tip.
Yeah,
right?
he just went all down there. And
What
just-
do we have here?
He was just staring it right in the face, and I don't even bother my dad.
It went back out.
It went back out.
man.
I don't even bother my dad when he does that stuff. I think he's crazy. I'm like, oh, you're crazy. But I don't say like, hey, Dad, maybe this is a bad idea. Even though that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that's a bad idea. But yeah, he's, I don't.
I gotta keep. Whoop! Now mine's out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, how crazy is that?
That's a go.
Oh my god, that's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, he'll go fix it. But even so, he does that. He did that in front of Lucy, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't. You watch like a lot of the videos,
Yeah,
so you
every
may
day.
you may have seen this.
I love. It's been years, but I watch you guys every day around 10 a.m. with my coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
You
man.
know, and
got it?
We're good.
Yeah,
we're back.
I'm like I'm the
So I've seen
podcast
all the
technician.
videos. I've seen all of them.
I'm the podcast technician.
But he does the same thing in front of all sorts of animals, cobras and everything.
Yeah, I
he
love
likes
that
to
shit.
jump down, get eye level, and I'm just like, dude, you're 50 now, man. Like,
I still got cat-like reflexes though, man.
you do, and it.
You got the speed of a mongoose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a mongoose, but I always say, the one thing you can't escape is age. You're gonna eventually it's gonna catch up to you, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why like
why you
old time herpers and stuff like that are like, I haven't been bitten 40 years. I'm like, you're gonna get bit eventually, because it's just the case.
I've had snakes 10 years when I was younger, like a 10-year span. And now I started collecting again. I got a bunch. I've never been bit.
Really?
The day before yesterday, I got bit.
You got good.
Yeah, I was handling my hog nose.
Yeah.
He's a little pain in the ass. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's
A hog nose guy.
No, that wasn't a hog nose.
Oh, okay, good.
So I was handling him, and I gotta like play with his feeding. A little tuna. You know, he does the whole bluff. He's an adorable snake. Had him for like 3 years. He's great. He's tiny though. He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Got
a little note.
They're cute. They're some of my favorites.
Yeah, he's awesome. But I didn't wash my hands, so then I handled a Mexican black.
Oh.
And I'm holding her, Elvira.
Oh, and she,
And I looked to the side. She's like,
oh yeah, they're like that too. They're food aggressive.
Super food aggressive.
Super
And
food aggressive.
so I was watching. I got her off for a little bit of hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah. That's the way to do it. Yeah.
And that was it.
Hand sanitizer, mouthwash.
Yeah, mouthwash will do it too. Same thing. This is the alcohol, both in the
right.
hand sanitizer or
I
whatever.
saw that in your story.
Yeah, I wish I would have known 20 years ago when I had an albino Burmese that was pissed off because it was at a pet store, got loose, and they found it 2 weeks later stuck on a glue trap. They put it in dead stock in a freezer. Okay?
Oh, jeez.
A coworker of mine decides, oh my God, I can rehabilitate this animal. He's still alive. Why is he in the freezer? She takes him home. That snake had the nastiest attitude.
Oh, I can imagine.
it got frozen.
He got stuck in a glue trap
glue trapped and frozen. Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Fuck that.
Frozen. And she was like, you want him? He's all good. A couple of scales are lifted, but I think after a couple of shots, he'll be fine. He was nasty.
Yeah.
His name was Lucifer.
Yeah.
Heavy hissing, a lot of strikes.
Yeah.
I used to feed him separately. I used to cohabitate him and another one in a huge, like a 75 gallon. They weren't that big though.
Right.
And I fed him in the bathroom. And the same girlfriend who saw Moesha fall out the window was like, why is Lucifer? She's doing her hair, putting her hair in a bun, a towel across the chest, putting her hair in a bun, Why is Lucifer in the bathtub? I was like, I fed him, babe. I mean, cheese dude is watching Ricky Lake. And I said, let's put him back. She goes to put him back.
Oh,
he
right.
turns around and it's a food bite. Wrapped around.
No.
I don't know about hand sanitizer or mouthwash at that time. I'm just prying him out. Teeth are breaking in her skin. It was awful. It was bad.
Yeah.
That is bad.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she stayed with you, honestly. That means she really
Did you ever
loves
see that movie Road Trip with Tom Green?
Tom Green.
There was a snake bite in there.
Yeah, he was like messing. He's like trying to feed the snake. He's like, "Why aren't you eating? Why aren't you eating?" All of a sudden, it's like, "Boop!" It just hits his hand, and he's like, "Ah!"
Was that a real bite or they?
Nah, it was fake.
Because I know he's kind of like a stunt guy, like the whole dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like he kind of falls into that category, or he used to, like Jackass.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You
remember
that type-
Jackass?
Yeah, of course.
I remember Jackass.
Jackass. Ironically enough, there's a Shark Week starts this Sunday, and there's a Jackass Shark show on.
Are you serious?
Jackass is on Shark Week.
I feel like Shark Week is every week.
Yeah. Well, I think again, I don't want to prejudge what's going to happen with Shark Week, but if the shows that I'm seeing, like the Jackass show and some of the other celebrity shows, they may take some heat this year, because whenever Shark Week goes off and doesn't do like educational shark type content, they get the shit kicked out of them.
But the views are probably good.
It might be, but I mean, I just don't. We'll see what happens. I have a lot of friends that work on Shark Week, so I know there's going to be some great content. Yeah. But then when they go off and they have, I know like David Dobrik has a thing on Shark Week.
Really?
I don't know how a YouTuber that doesn't do anything with animals is on Shark Week, but he's on Shark Week.
So you said Jackass, right?
Yeah.
The real crew?
The real crew of Jackass. I don't know if all of them are there. I don't know if Johnny Knoxville is a part of it.
I'm at least glad
but
they
like
got
Bam
some of
and
them
all
and
those
they
other
didn't
guys.
just-
Yeah, no,
they
the other
didn't just
guys.
say like Jackass and then have
No,
a
they
random
said
crew.
it's like the teaser is like Jackass reunited
Cool.
for Shark Week.
That's
and
sweet.
They show him dumping chum on one of them. I have no idea if they chum him and then throw him in the water.
Real
I don't know.
sensational.
Yeah, they just show him
That's
dumping
crazy.
chum over his head. So
That's crazy.
Yes, I have no idea
I'd
what's
watch
going on. So what we got? Okay, so you already said about
Nicholas.
that. Ever thought about getting a flying snake? Yes,
Flying
I have.
snake?
Yeah, there are flying snakes. There's like paradise flying snakes. There's a few different ones. Paradise flying snakes are really cool. So I've thought about it. Yeah,
Do they have wings?
Well, what happens? They launch themselves off of top of a tree and they flatten out.
It's like they glide.
And they can glide. Yeah. So they don't have wings. They just flatten out, kind of like a cobra. How a cobra can go. Same type of situation, but more in the body, and they can actually glide down. And they'll kind of do like a little oscillation as well. And that's a pretty cool thing to see. There's no doubt about it. We couldn't really do that here. But the paradise flying snakes are pretty snakes, anyways. You know what I mean? They're a pretty snake besides being the fact that they can fly. Yeah. So it's a possibility.
You know what's an interesting idea? I mean, this could be useless, but it's kind of interesting. If you had a TV somewhere in the Reptarium with interesting reptiles just like the flying snake and all the other countless ones with videos of them.
Right.
And be like, hey, we don't have these here, but check out these interesting animals that exist.
Yeah. Well, I think that as the expansion goes, I do want to do some more electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Like we saw at Sea Life and stuff like that. Some inspiration with that type of stuff. So I could see doing something like that. And we've talked about doing even like a narrative thing, for the Reptarium, but there's
narrative.
What snakes are you looking to get for the expansion that we don't have here?
It's a tough one. I've really thought a lot about it. I mean, we have a few animals that are, going to be coming up that will go over to the Reptarium over at BHB now.
I know you got a few Guyanas and Surinams
exactly.
And
we got
Peruvians.
Guyana, Peruvians, and Surinams, and but I think that it's so this is the tough thing, right, Sergio? Is that there's a lot of snakes I'd like to get. But I always tell people, like, when you're really talking about the main people that are coming to the Reptarium or the Detroit Zoo or the Bronx Zoo or something like that, if you showed them an albino Burmese python or an albino olive python, they'd be more excited about the albino Burmese python than the albino olive python, right? So for like reptile people like me, I'm like, I want to get this, I want to get this, I want to get this, I want to get this. Snake. Yeah, and yet, I realize the bang for the buck is whatever. So I don't know exactly what we're going to do. I know like part of this expansion, a lot is not just about getting more animals, which we will, but it's more about accommodating the animals that like Salt and Pepper that are going to be too big. They need their new enclosures that are going to be giant.
Yeah, and at some point it's going to be like a New York studio apartment for them in there.
Yeah, right? Exactly, yeah. And so the new enclosures are literally going to be 20 foot long. 20 foot by like 10, 12 foot long. So they'll be able to live their entire life in this enclosure. Well, until they get 12. Females only get 8 foot or so anyway. So they should be able to live their whole life. A big bull male probably couldn't live in a 20-foot enclosure. But so my point is that there'll be a little bit of that. And then, I'm still, weirdly enough, I probably put more time into the fish side of it than I thought the reptile side, because I think the reptile will just kind of figure its way out. You know what I mean? Like as things come available, like we've got the year.
Because you can manipulate that a little more too.
Right? Yeah. Plus, I'm so adept at what to do with it. I'm not worried about it. But like we're raising up like the Euromastics, the Egyptian Euromastics, and some other animals like that are over at BHB that will eventually go into big display. I definitely want to get the bluest collared lizards. I want to get Kimberly rock monitors. I want to get Baja blue rock lizards. So there's a bunch of lizard stuff I really want to add. Snake-wise is a little bit more difficult. Like you said, the red tails and stuff like that for sure.
How about you have a white lip upstairs?
I have 2 white lips, not upstairs. They're actually both at BHB right now. So I have the northern and southern. So the black ones and the gold ones.
Well, he does have the Boland's python, which has like some white.
Yeah, and that's upstairs.
See, that's too many. So I mean, I talk about dream snakes. All these come up, but like,
The Boland's has definitely always been one of my dream snakes, and now Bugatti is its name.
It's named Bugatti.
It's a mean name. I like it.
Yeah, and it's doing so well. I mean, it's at the Reptarium now.
Yeah, I saw him,
and it's so beautiful. It's just really crushing.
You said something about blue lizard. Which one was that again?
So there's Baja blue lizards.
Baja blue.
Yeah, they're really beautiful as well as the Kimberly rocks.
Is that the Spider-Man lizard, or is that a separate one? The separate one?
That's an Agama.
Agama.
I wouldn't mind those.
Those are so beautiful.
Yeah,
have you seen that one?
I've seen them.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, there's so much to do, right?
Another lizard, Leachianus. Well, Leaping Leeches, right? That's the one in Pennsylvania.
I think it's in New Jersey.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. Remember that, like, was it called sun lizard? It had
Sungazer.
Sungazer?
Yeah, Sungazers.
Those are so great, cool. I think those are expensive.
I don't think I've ever seen a Sungazer.
Sungazers.
Anthony, could you pull up a picture?
Yeah, Anthony, can you pull it up?
Little dinosaurs?
Dude, they are. They look like a action figure toy.
Yeah, they're really beautiful.
Sungazer lizard, man. You got to...
you can just go to... You're right. You're good. Yeah, you're fine. If you went into images, you'd be good.
And they got spikes like a dragon, man. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's how they're beautiful.
And they look so cool in person. Like if we get a tail shot.
If you want to punch up while we're punching some things up, punch up Baja Blue Lizard, Rock Lizard. Baja Blue Rock Lizard.
But I like the sun gazers because it reminds me of Aragon. Did you ever read those books at all? Aragon?
No.
See the movies? No. It's just like about dragons. And
I can just go to images
I can see
and then
that.
punch any one of those images up. It's fine. But this is the Baja Blue
Oh,
Rocks.
are you kidding me?
What the heck?
It's like a peacock.
It's
Yeah.
so blue.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's
So
awesome.
you can imagine an enclosure with a handful of those guys, a colony of these guys. Oh my
They
god!
colonize like that?
Yeah, you can have multiple ones. Yeah, so
Oh, yeah. That's
No
it.
no more mammals though, right? You don't want to get a peacock to greet the guest in the front.
not a
just
peacock,
shitting
but
all
we
over
are
the
gonna
place.
do small cloud river otters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna
have
do
a slide.
Yep. No, it's
Those things are
it's
adorable.
fine.
They swim backwards.
They're crazy. They're super cheeky too. I don't know who that was. Kel. I can't
It
read
says
real far.
cat pokey dragon.
Okay, it says how's your day and what's your favorite video? Favorite video. As far as what do you think they mean? Our video or just favorite video as a whole?
Let's go with your video.
My video.
What was your favorite video you've ever made on your
I think that
new
probably.
channel? Not on snake bites, but Brian Barker.
I think that there's several that were like really like. I think that the build videos are
Yeah.
really special to me. The Reptarium build videos,
are
the
cool.
first one, the
It's
second
so nice
one.
that you have that on record.
Yeah, it's like a
That's
diary.
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So I think that the 1.0 was really special, building the build out, and then the opening video when we had like collage of everything. I think 2.0 was even better because Jay was on and he did a better job of editing, really telling the story of the move-in and stuff like that. And I think that another one for me was, probably when my mom came to visit for the very first time, because she had never been to any of my places ever in my entire
That's
life.
wild.
And she came just before, about 6 months before COVID. She came with my brother and sister, and they had never seen my place either. So to have my whole family, see what I had built was pretty special.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I think those are the videos that are probably, my most, as far as emotionally, videos for me. It's the videos I'll look back on one day and go like, yeah, that was an amazing moment. But there's all kinds of other videos. I mean, obviously, my first viral video we did with Lucy, that's special because that's what launched the vlog channel. If it wasn't for that video, I wouldn't be doing what we're doing right now, really,
Yeah,
So
that's true. Was that your first viral?
that was, well, I had some viral videos on animal bites. As a matter of fact, we have a video on animal bites that has 60 million views. So we've had some of those, but they weren't the same type of virility, right?
No.
So in the vlog channel, when we went viral, we gained 200,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. When we went viral on Animal Bites, we would gain like 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? It was like, it just wasn't the same like return for some reason.
I think the vlog is just more personable.
Yeah.
It can relate to people and be like, hey, this guy's all right. Let me follow him. Like shit like that.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was wondering, this it kind of ties in with that. I noticed like with the vlogs recently, like they kind of just jump right into things.
Yeah.
Maybe this shouldn't even, it doesn't even matter if it's on air or not, but like, I think maybe a little bit of that, like, I remember back in those days, like you may even start the vlog with you like brushing your teeth or something.
Right.
And being like, all right, guys, let's get this thing started. I'm about to head to work.
Right.
Or something like that
Yeah.
instead of just jumping right into the cut.
Yeah, it's
What do you think?
it's a tough thing because I think YouTube has changed so much in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
That they say you have 5 seconds to catch people's attention. So that's why we've jumped into things, is because people will click off in 5 seconds. Whereas before I used to always be like, hey, welcome to the vlog. It's blah 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 blah. And all the YouTube experts told me don't do that anymore. Stop that. Cut that out.
That's
And so, but that doesn't mean that
It's real.
Yeah, and it does. Yeah, what works for everyone. I mean, when you see Mr. Beast, I mean, it's so quick. I mean, it's fanatic. It's just so quick.
But he's also dealing with children.
Right.
Like you have more of a vast audience. You got Sergio.
I like that intro. Welcome to the. I do, and I think it just dawned on me that you don't really do that anymore.
I don't do it. I do it later in the vlog.
It
now.
didn't dawn on me until now.
I do it usually at the 2 or 3 minute mark now instead of at the very beginning. And
that's what you're doing now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I still got that fix.
Yeah, you
'Cause
still,
I like that.
I still
I
get
like
it.
that,
Yeah, I still get it, but it's always later in the vlog just so that we jump into something a little bit quicker. But I don't disagree with the finesse part, and I think we have some, Lord, we're always testing, right?
Yeah.
We're always testing. And we tested a much more quick paced style, and we didn't see really results from it. As a matter of fact, we saw maybe even a little drawback. So now we are trying to make it a little more cohesive, so it's not as jumpy, like chung, 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 chung. Now it's, we're trying to tell maybe a little bit more of an arc. Doesn't mean that we don't have a J and piece over here that doesn't necessarily fit in with the arc, but at least we're trying to tell a story. The other thing we're doing now that we really are putting energy in is at least having one really educational segment per thing where I'm teaching about reptiles, even if it's just a minute and a half,
I love the episodes where it's highlighted about one animal.
Yeah.
Like when you had the one about boas.
Yeah.
And are they a good pet for you? Like the whole thing. And it was all different types of boas. But I'm a boa fanatic. So when you brought out all the different types, I was like, I love those too.
Yeah, I should probably revisit that. People love boas, and I've got
any specific animals, just breaking them down, all the different types.
Yeah, and I've got more boas now than I used to have too.
I told him he's got to make a snake farting video.
Snake farting video,
dude. I haven't got so much response to like Instagram stories.
You caught a snake farting in the water or something?
No, not a snake farting in the water. Just people were messaging me like, "Hey, do snakes fart?" And I just like did like a day and a half of talking about snakes farting on my Instagram, and just like people were just messaging me like, "My snake farts. Here's this video."
He sent me a video of snake farting.
So you got a thing started.
Yeah. Snake farting's hot, man. It's hot.
It's a hot thing.
People can relate to it.
Yeah, how could you not relate to that? You know what I mean? It's like it's pretty crazy. Janet's back. It's Bear Lake, Michigan. Okay, good.
Shit.
Yeah, that's near that, and that's what I was talking about. Was that I knew there was a Bear Lake, Michigan by Traverse City. There's also, did you know this, that, what's the lake up there? Torch Lake. Torch Lake is actually top 5 lakes in the world.
Out in Michigan.
It's in Michigan.
I got to visit that because all I've been seeing is strip malls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got to get to the
This is the highlight here, guys, because I've been just walking. Ubers are like a 35-minute waits.
Yeah.
And I've been,
That's really crazy that they are, because normally Ubers are pretty good around here, like usually within 5 minutes.
I told you I had a scare yesterday, right? Did I tell you?
No.
I went to a strip mall to eat, some food, and I said, I'll just walk home. And because it was a 5-minute drive over there. I'm not thinking. I'm dehydrated from being on standby for 20 hours. And I said, I'll just walk. And I'm walking by like someplace called Lake something.
Oh,
Lakeside.
Lakeside Mall?
Lakeside Mall.
It was pitch black. Whatever is pitch black.
It was Lakeside.
And so you were going to walk. That's a long walk, dude.
It was like an hour inside. I was like, I'm going to get killed. I was like, I don't have my whistle. I'm running low on battery here. I had a moment, So
you definitely don't walk that walk, dude. It's not dangerous.
Safe. Yeah,
it's a
but
safe
it was
walk.
Dark.
But it was, and that's a long walk.
It's a long walk, man.
That's a long walk.
So I finally found some lights, and I ran to the light, and then I called the Uber.
Never run to the light.
And then Jersey, my Uber guy, rescued me. I was like, Jersey, is that you?
Is that you?
Pulled up.
Yeah, no, that's a long walk. Yeah, you're thinking like Manhattan, like everything is 7 miles long. I mean, you can walk anywhere in 7 miles, It's like here, everything is really far apart.
But my next trip, I would definitely want to visit the lakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, next trip you gotta go. Yeah,
there's so much beautiful landscape that you can travel to.
Yeah,
Michigan is unbelievably beautiful if you go to the right area.
I forget how close you guys are to Canada.
Well, literally, if you go to Detroit,
you can step in like this, Canada.
Yeah. I mean, more or less, not quite that, but almost. You can literally, almost toss a rock at Canada from Detroit.
What's it called? River Walk.
There's a River Walk, which is on the Detroit River, and on one side is Detroit, on the other side is Windsor. So it's
and when things are up and going, like there's like food trucks and stuff that you can eat. And
I think it's probably that way now
Canada.
there, but Canada is completely shut down. Like, you can't even go to Canada.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, you can't go to Canada at all. As a matter of fact, if you see pictures of, like, Niagara Falls now, like, the American side, jam-packed with people. Canadian side, not one person. And the Canadian side's the good side. That's the side that's the awesome side for Niagara. That's the Horseshoe Falls and stuff like that. There's the American Falls and then the Horseshoe Falls. American Falls are just a straight fall. They're all right, but not big deal.
It's not like
and
Canada.
You can see, like, the Horseshoe Falls from a distance, but you're not right on top. When you go to Canada, you go to the Horseshoe Falls, and it's like, you're like, literally, I don't know how 1,000 people a year don't die at Horseshoe Falls, because you're literally
right there.
There's a railing this high, and then there's the falls.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally the falls 4 feet away from you.
You know what's wild? People who decided,
let's go over it.
Let's go over it.
Yeah.
I got a barrel.
There was a
guy who went in a barrel.
I know.
Like a barrel, no lid, and lived, and like 2 years later he dies by slipping on an orange peel. That's a fact, and it's not a Snapple fact. Let's Google it.
That's good. Listen, I think the first person that ever went over the falls, and I could be wrong. Can you Google that first person? I think it's a lady, and she went over it with a cat.
What?
In a barrel. So first
Maybe
person
it's the
go
same
over
person. Then it slipped on an orange peel years later and died.
I think there was a dude as well that did the barrel thing.
I think that, tons of people done the barrel, but yep, seriously,
You
that's
said
her.
tons of people done the barrel.
Tons of people have done the barrel. This is the girl. This is the lady that went over the falls. 63 years old, and she had a cat with her, and the cat like scratched her up when it went over the falls. I mean, if that isn't animal abuse, I don't know what is. But that was the first lady that did it.
Did she live?
She lived.
Dude, all of them live. I guess a barrel's safer than we think.
A lot of people die.
Really?
Yeah, but no, a lot of people go over the falls.
What side do they zip line or not zip line? Tightrope over. Tightrope both.
It's a Canadian Horseshoe Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
That is wild.
Anthony does that.
Willin does. Yeah, the Willin does.
I'm not joking. The guy producing the thing.
I saw that vlog.
Yeah, these guys.
That you guys are doing it. Like you guys were.
We're real close to the ground, but he's
so he
next level.
Yeah, you guys. That's how you practice, though, right?
Yeah, that's how you.
Yeah, you practice. Yeah, you don't jump on a tightrope 100 feet in the air.
I would be terrible at that. When we were doing yoga today, my balance was off. I mean, you would think I would have better balance. I got like platypus feet. They're wide, they're flat. I got no balance.
If you got I'm blank. Come on now, tightrope, zip line, Anthony,
slack line.
Slack line. Thank you. If you get a slack line and practice
your balance
on
will
that,
get way better.
Your balance will be tremendous.
It's
your
like
core strength.
Yeah.
You'll have a fucking 8-pack.
It's like the
God.
people that do the Bosa balls or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, same type of deal. So,
But it's
let's see what we got. We got Lisa's in the house. Name ideas: Canary, Daffodil. What's this one? Forsythia. I've never heard that.
Macaroon.
Macaroon. Ironically enough, we already had Canary and Daffodil got shot down by everybody. I have no idea what Forsythia is.
We should just
and
make
then
it.
Macaroon, I don't mind that much.
Just make it Lamangelo.
It's not a bad one. Yeah. Let's see. Silver cash back. You can make anything in a pizza oven. I didn't know that. Let's see. For 10 years, I got figured. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter.
Wait. You just say 10 years I got fingered. He said I haven't flown in 10 years, so I got to figure out what all I can fly for shopping ingredients.
I gotcha. Yeah, literally, my eyes are so bad I can barely read over here. I'm like I can make out every other word.
Like 10 years ago, I got a finger.
Actually, my eyes aren't bad, but for some reason, like I could read.
It's just small.
Yeah, like I can read like. I can see. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I
Yeah,
just
I
can't
don't know.
read this
Just
very
far
well.
away.
I would have never
Simple
had guessed
transaction.
you had bad eyes because people who have bad eyes usually do this. They do this squint.
Yeah, no, it's like certain things I can't see good. Most things like I don't need glasses.
There's some
or
shit you
anything
don't
like
want to see. You're like,
that.
nah, I don't want
there's
to see
some-
that.
So Simple Man's back in the house. For my bro Silver Cash, so Silver Man and Silver Cash, they actually go back and forth. One day you'll be able to tell us apart. That's true. What's Sergio's favorite animal at the Reptarium?
Oh, thanks for the question. And that's a hard one, man. He's been here before. You're going to have a fantastic time. The staff and the animals are absolutely amazing. It's my second time here, and I'm having a blast.
Yeah, we made him pay for that. Or we paid him for that. Shout out, by the way.
Yeah.
They paid me with ring dings.
Ring
I'm
dings,
a fat boy inside. No, so check it out. I'm going to have to say, if I just have to choose one.
Yeah.
I like the attitude and the feel and the look of Al Pacino.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Al's just such a great animal.
He's a great animal. But I really,
He used to be racist.
do you have what's the berm's name? The albino berm?
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's a sweetheart, man.
Did
She
you
is a
hold
sweetheart.
Cupcake?
No, I would
Cupcake,
love to hold Cupcake because I got a BCI. I
Yeah.
can't believe they get that big.
That's a giant one. She's the biggest one I've ever personally seen.
That might be a world record. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a big one. She's
big.
She's a big one.
thick.
I had someone help me get it out yesterday because I tried and I was like, man, I'm going to need some backup on
They're
this.
she's a backup.
strong too, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got a snake that size in a berm that's not that big of a deal. A boa, totally different game.
it's so strange.
Yeah,
The muscle
totally different
structure's
game.
different.
Yeah, totally different game. I mean, it's really pound for pound stronger than almost any snake out there. You know what I mean?
She's like a Tyron Woodley.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I like that fight. I like that Jake Paul or Tyrone Woodley fight.
Yeah,
I think
when's it coming up? August?
I think it's August. It's right around the corner. That's a fun fight. I'm not paying for it though.
I will tell you what. Why do? Yeah, no one should because they could just stream it. You know, like everyone's just stealing it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should. Yeah, we're not stealing anything. Don't.
No, I don't steal it either. I'll watch it the following day. I can wait for a fight like that. You know, I'm not gonna
watch the highlights.
It's hard to pay for that fight. I think.
I think I'm paying for the UFC fights this weekend though.
Really? Who's that?
I mean, there's so many fights. Like, well, McGregor's fighting.
Oh, is he fighting again?
He's fighting this Saturday. Poirier, right? Dustin. He's fighting Poirier. This is the trilogy. So third fight.
Yeah.
But there's like literally 2 or 3 other fights on this card that are like.
I haven't watched UFC in a long time.
You know what I like about UFC? That the good guys always fight each other.
Yeah.
And if you get a loss in the UFC, it's not a big thing. It's a small thing. As with life, you slip and fall, you get back up, you can fight again.
I agree.
With boxing, they're very tough on guys who lose.
They are.
Yeah.
They put you on the shelf. It takes a while to come back up, and that's a little bit. That's been created because Mayweather had undefeated for years thing, and it's sold.
Yeah,
and even there was some other fighters, right, that were, if not undefeated, pretty much undefeated their whole career as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I mean, Lennox Lewis and
and he lost.
In the end, and then. I mean, there's a ton of them. I mean, even think about Mike Tyson. I mean, he was dominant for years, and that's the thing with boxing that isn't as much with. I mean, McGregor was that way until he kind of got old. Again, age caught up to him or whatever. Same thing with Anderson Silva. Remember, he was unbeatable.
Oh my God,
Chuck Liddell was unbeatable for many years, and then he couldn't get in the ring without getting knocked out. You know what I mean?
Remember watching. That was so sad because we used to buy like every fight.
Yeah, we used to buy all those fights.
And he would just get KO'd every time.
Every time.
Yeah, so when you get knocked out, it does something to your brain, obviously. And it's like a short circuit. It's just not the same. So
look at Holyfield. Yeah, look at Holyfield. I mean, that guy's like messed up.
Roy Jones, I'm not sure if you remember that middleweight
of
champion.
Course, Ray Jones Jr.
Junior. Yeah, he was nasty, and he got clipped one good time. And the fluctuating with weight, going up and down, that does a lot to your body. And he would get something, and fold like nasty knockouts. And it happened. He got stretched out like 6 times over.
Yeah,
remember, that's not good for the head.
Remember our Detroit's own Tommy Hitman Hearns? That dude was an assassin, man. He was an assassin.
He had that little waist, that wingspan,
his
little Jerry curls.
Yeah. He just knocked
he look
you
at his
out.
opponents like this.
He just look at you, you fall down.
Motor City Cobra.
That
was his other name.
Yeah, exactly. He was good, man. He
was fun to watch. He had power in both hands. That right hand will move a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, those are.
You said you instruct these days. Did you ever get in the ring though?
Yeah, I competed before.
Did?
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. But the thing is, man, that is nerve-wracking.
I can imagine.
You have to be emotionally invested. It took too much out of me. I was nasty to my wife.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. I can't believe you're eating chicken wings in front of me. I'm eating apple slices.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make weight here.
Yeah.
It was. I got it out of my system.
Yeah.
If I won, I felt good, and I was like, I love training. I love teaching it.
Yeah.
But that maybe if I was much younger and I was involved, with competition.
Shit. So this was recently.
It was like 6-7 years ago.
Okay. So still, I mean.
Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
I remember Uncle Lee used to do kick. He trained kickboxing. He never fought, but he used to train kickboxing. And there was this one dude I'll never forget because we used to get the UFC fights at our house, and so all those guys would come over and we'd watch UFC, right?
Yeah.
And there's this one dude used to come over, and he was that guy that like in your kitchen would be like the fake, like kick to the face. He's like constantly like stretching out and stuff. And this guy was like, I guess like a total showboat. And there was a card coming up, and like kind of like the nerd of the place was willing to fight him, and everyone's like, oh, he's gonna get his ass kicked. He fucking knocked the guy out. Knocked him out.
Wait, there was a fight in the apartment?
No. It was like a card.
Oh,
like
my bad.
Yeah, kick for. So, but those guys were both there, and they were fighting each other. And the big joke was, this is like the best kickboxer in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then this nerd that's not even very good, and he got in the ring with him, and knocked him out.
Damn,
that's so funny.
Knocked him out, and then the guy like switched gyms and everything. He like didn't even come back to the gym.
I guess that's like the thing. That's what got us watching the McGregor versus Floyd, the Logan Paul versus Floyd, because the nerd can knock out the fucking pro with just one good clip. Like, you never know.
I mean, I'll tell you, I've seen it time and time again. You cannot judge a book by its cover. I see guys with no muscle tone, very quiet, subdued. Yeah. And they are killers.
Well, look at Chuck Liddell. He always looked like he had a beer belly. He was like a not very big dude, you know. I mean, he was a big guy, but you know, I actually met Chuck once, by the way, and it was he rolled into a hotel that we were staying at. There was a reptile show in Anaheim. Just so happened that weekend there was also at the Anaheim Convention Center that's where the fights were at the whatever the Anaheim Center was, right? But all the fighters and Dana White were staying at our hotel. So we got to hang out with St. Pierre, Franklin. Obviously, like I said, about 3 a.m, Liddell rolls in with 2 chicks. 3 o'clock in the morning. He wasn't fighting, but Couture was fighting that weekend. We didn't see Randy Couture, but I remember like riding up in the elevator with George St. Pierre. You know, I was like, how cool was that? And then Rich Franklin was awesome. He just hung out with us. He was just hanging out at the bar. You know, just again, he wasn't fighting that weekend, so he was just there
chilling.
And he was just hanging. Most of the guys were great. And then I always tell this story. I met Dana. Yeah. And this is back flip phone days, right? You know, flip phone days. Yeah. And it's in the morning after the UFC fight, and I went to the UFC fight I went. So I had a UFC shirt on that I bought at the fight, and it's a morning, like probably like 8 a.m, you know, early. I walk in and no one's in the hotel lobby. And there's a bar there, or a breakfast place there. No one's in the lobby except for Dana. And I walk up, and as I'm walking up, he's like, did you go to the fights last night? Literally, that's what he says. And I go, yeah, I love it. He goes, what'd you think? You know, ask me, totally like promoter cool, right? It's like, I go, hey, do you mind if I get a picture with you? I'm with Lori. So Lori takes the picture with the cell phone, you know, click, you know, and then I meet him, shake his hand. It was great, blah, blah. I sit down at the thing, and the promoter for our show, Bob Ashley, I go, I just met Dana White in the hall. Great guy. Opened the flip phone. Lori had deleted it. You know, because back then you had to, when you took a picture, it was either save or delete.
It would be right there sometimes too.
And but you had to put save to save it.
I do remember that.
And she didn't know, and so that's the only time I don't know. No one's ever gonna believe that I met him, but I did meet him, and he was a really nice guy.
You know who I met who from out here, who I thought was like, I never thought he would be as big as he was. I met Eminem. Yeah, when I was getting this tattoo done, this gorilla tattoo.
Oh, really?
This is like 1999. So he was dropped his first album. You know what song was out that was popping on the radio? My Name Is.
Oh shit.
Early
Slim
Eminem.
Shady, Slim Shady,
actually before. Yeah, the Slim Shady LP. That's right.
Yep.
So I see him, and this is me being ignorant. I wanted to be a rap at this time too.
Really? Oh my gosh!
I could never catch a beat, right?
Right.
So I'm at the tattoo shop getting the gorilla done, right? and who walks in is Eminem. No eye contact, very kind of skittish. And the guy from the BET, or the BET producer says, "Hey, can we do some footage of Eminem, you know, against the tattoo wall?" I was like, "Sure, you know, whatever." So I go up to Eminem, like, "Yo, you want to battle?"
What?
Oh, no way.
I went up to Eminem and said, "Yo, you want to battle?"
Oh,
and he just went, and his bouncer cuts right in front. He's like, nah. He's saving his voice. He said, I was like, all right, cool. So I went to, half tattoo done. It's just like gorilla arm. And I go back. I go back to my tattoos. He don't want to battle me.
He didn't want to battle me.
We end up talking. He was actually pretty cool, you know.
Okay.
I mean, he was entertaining my bullshit, you know, like he's so funny, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it was cool. And I remember at that time he only had one tattoo, and it was I think it was Slim Shady right here.
Oh, okay.
And you know, he complimented this one where it was good then. And I remember I was like, yeah, thank you, like my gorilla.
Yeah.
And he but I remember one thing that stood out too was like, I'm representing Detroit, like, you know, you got East Coast rappers, y'all killing it out. He didn't say he did not include me in that. He said East Coast is killing it. He said we got West Coast. So I hooked up with Dre, and now I'm gonna try to flip it and get Detroit on the map. So that's my main objective. And I was like, all right. And it was like cool.
Yeah.
And then I never had any idea that he would be
who he is.
Eminem. It's just wild, man.
Yeah, I met him when
wild.
he was big, you know, like bigger, and he was not nearly as nice. Let's just put it that way.
No, he wasn't that nice to me either.
Yeah,
like the story is nice, but he wasn't. It wasn't like he was, you know. But he spoke to me a little bit.
He did. He barely spoke to me, and I met him on my turf. when we were doing an animal show. So for what happened, we were doing an animal show. I'm not going to say a whole lot about it because I don't want to.
He has poor social skills. He gets no eye contact. He's like this.
But yeah, so he. What happened?
8
We're
Mile,
doing,
baby.
We're doing
Fun movie.
Yeah, we're doing animal shows and to a like about 1,500 person venue, and there was 3 shows that day. And the third show, we heard there was going to be a VIP coming. And he didn't want to sit in the stands. He wanted to bring his family to come meet the animals behind stage. And we didn't know who it was at the time. And then about 15 minutes before he showed up, it kind of leaked out that it was Eminem. And it turned out to be Eminem, his brother, his one bodyguard, and his daughter Haley and all her girlfriends, about 8 or 10 girls. And they came back and they met, we had like cheetahs and sloths and stuff like that for the show. And he literally wouldn't even shake my hand. I went up to him and said, "Hey, it's great to meet you," and he just completely blew me off.
Oh, what a
and that was like we're doing you a favor. I'm not at your show. I'm not at your show. You're at my show.
There's no excuse for that behavior.
Yeah. It was.
But he literally blew him off. I mean, he got down there.
Yeah, he did. It was good though, man. It was. He represented Detroit well.
You got to be unhappy in your life to like behave that way, because that requires, I think, more energy to like not shake someone's hand.
Yeah.
Maybe you're weird about shaking hands, give a knuckle. You're a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
but that's
literally,
weird.
there was one picture taken that night, and literally a security guard came up and said, "If that picture leaks out on the internet, we're going to sue you."
Ugh.
And so I ended up posting the picture the next day all over the place. I did. I was like, what are you going to do? Sue me for taking a picture?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't. It's not like we took a picture with you with your face and boobs or something like that could hurt your career. So anyways, Eric has something, but his message was retracted.
Sorry, Eric.
Sorry, Eric. Whatever it is, I appreciate you. Anyways.
Here he comes. Coming back.
All right, Brian, you have to
complete. You want me to get it? I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Eric comes in and he drops some moolah, baby.
Oh yeah, and he said about the python collection with the rock python.
Yeah, you have to complete the python collection. Yeah. With rock python should be next. Maybe a carpet if you don't have any yet. Yep. How many different species of pythons do you currently have?
Number one, I do have carpet pythons. I don't know how many species of pythons I have. I have a lot of species of pythons. Certainly, there's a lot I don't have, but I don't know what that number is. I mean, it's a bunch.
It's over a dozen.
I know we counted how many species of animal we worked with, and it was about 250 species. Of animals total.
That's cool.
So, but obviously that was colubrids and everything else, and I don't even know how many species of pythons there actually are. Like, I don't know what the actual number is, but we have a good number of them.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even be surprised if there was 20.
I think there's probably more than 20. I think there's probably more than 20 because you've got all your green tree pythons and you've got your, so you've got Morelia, the list goes on and on.
It's another one. I love green tree python. I'd love to have one of those. Pickles is gorgeous.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah, they are amazing. So I agree.
But I do like to handle my snakes. I like to, so that's more of a.
I always say they're the fish of the reptile world, right? You put them in a cage and you look at them. You know what I mean? You don't play with your fish. You don't play with the green tree pythons. Although some people do play with your green tree pythons, and that's fine. I think they probably do better just to be left alone.
All those arboreal species feel like they don't, they're like.
Yeah, they're pretty much like, leave me alone. Yeah. I just want to do my thing, So.
I love those blue ones.
Oh, yeah, the blue green trees?
Oof,
oh, yeah, they're beautiful. What else?
Anything else? We got any others? Stupid shit.
Let's jumping.
We're scrolling.
Hang on, where we at here?
Shit. We got a bunch of them. We'll hit these up.
You guys are awesome. Cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
We'll hit these up and then we'll get back
All right, Silvercast. So when are you going to talk about the otters in the new build? Actually, just talked about them, right? We just said something about the small cloud otters. So we're going to get captive babies. We're going to get at least a pair. And Lori's good with it. I mean, Lori's really, to be totally honest with you, Lori's on board with everything we're doing at the Reptarium and the expansion. She wants to make sure the timing is right. You know what I mean? She doesn't want me to push for 2 reasons. One, it's got to be the right timing. And also for my mental health, to not push myself to a position where I mentally have problems. So, but other than that, she's 100% on board. I know oftentimes, I'll be honest, I sometimes make her seem like the villain because it's fun. But, she's number one, the more pragmatic of the two. I do most of my decisions from my heart. She's more pragmatic and she wants to think things through.
It's a good balance.
So it's a good balance, right? I like the balance. But the truth is that Lori, when there's something that makes sense from a business standpoint and also from a care standpoint, the reason she bucked the sloth for so long was she didn't know if we could do it, right? Not financially, but could we take care of a sloth? Once we did enough, and this is exactly what she said. She said, you do your research and you come back to me and prove that we can take care of a sloth. and we can get a sloth. And that's what I did. I did my research. We did whatever. We could take care of him. We did it. Then she was 100% behind the decision. So it's not like she's just a no, you can't do anything type of person.
Yeah.
She just wants to make sure we're not making, the last thing she wants us to do is get otters or get a sloth and kill them.
Yeah.
Because that's terrible for the animal. It's terrible for us. It's terrible for everybody.
It's just not good.
But she's very excited about everything going on in the future. So it's exciting.
Oh, that is exciting.
Yep.
So what do we got?
The Do Frenzy
the Do
Gallery,
Frenzy Gallery,
says worst dad joke you've ever heard.
Oh, you got to do that one, man.
I'm gonna give that to Noah because I'm drawing a blank. Worst dad joke.
Worst dad joke.
Oh gosh.
I'm sure one to come up.
Yeah.
I remember you used to hit me with dad jokes in the car all the time.
Yeah,
but like, I mean, I've gotten hit in the head a lot. I can't remember.
I know, it's a tough one, right?
Would you remember any dad jokes you used to say?
I don't. I mean, I used to say a lot of dumb ones.
It's been a long time
since
you've...
Oh, this is one that I used to... This is so silly. But I don't think it's bad, though.
Okay.
It's cute for the
hear
kids. What do you call a fish with two knees?
What?
Toonie fish.
Toonie fish.
The kids love it.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
I think you should use that in your next open mic, man.
That shit works sometimes. Sometimes you go to a mic and people want that kind of humor, and you have to come out the gate and be like, listen, that's not my style.
That's not my style. We're going to be talking about a lot of dicks and a lot of pussies tonight.
Exactly.
Do you go dirty?
I don't try to, but it's what comes out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
You've been trying to do more clean stuff lately.
Yeah, because my show in Oklahoma that I was telling you about, there's going to be some families there. So, like, the last week or so, I've been trying to just do, like, clean. And it's, you know, I've been doing it. I've been doing it. So, I know I can do it.
So, what happens a lot when it's first coming up, if you're... running through the mics and stuff, you'll go for shock value, right? Because you just want to, I'm going to say something, So a lot of times you'll see a lot of people go blue, and that's like real dirty and stuff like that. Some people get away with it.
They call it blue?
Yeah, they call it working blue.
Working blue.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's like comedy jargon for someone who's like, does a lot of sex material, like graphic stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
it's,
yeah.
I fall into that category.
Yeah, you're a little blue.
I'm a little blue. You know what I mean? I try.
No one puts blue in the corner.
But I have morals. So, like, when I do it, I feel bad about it sometimes. Because I know, I do, because I know how easy it is.
You say sorry on stage. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I'm such a filthy.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you guys are subjected to my behavior.
Yeah. I should be punished.
I'm so sorry. I'm naughty. I'm a naughty
We'll go
boy.
home and say 5 Hail Marys and 3 Our Fathers.
Each bead.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what have we got?
Sure.
Simple Man's back. Ever thought about getting a mangrove monitor? Yeah, actually, I have. And sea snakes. Sea snakes are
practical, right?
Yes,
That's tough.
it's probably not practical to keep sea snakes. Well, at least mangrove monitors. Yeah, as a matter of fact, yes. The answer is yes.
Really, no.
I could go into detail, but I've been working on something with that.
All right, cool. We'll leave it a little secret.
Yeah,
baby.
Galaxy Reptiles. Any idea to add a dwarf boa species from Vin Russo? Vin's a good friend of mine. I haven't talked to him about there's like croquet boas and several other dwarf species that I wouldn't mind adding. They're pretty cool. But again, it goes back to what I was saying before. What's more impressive, cupcake or a dwarf boa?
Cupcake.
You know what I mean? Cupcake's going to be more impressive, To reptile people, croquet boas are like, oh my God, that's awesome. Croquet boas, you hardly ever see those,
Yeah.
But to normal people are like, oh, that's a little one of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sure.
Wow, that's a baby one of those. I can't wait till it gets that big.
Yeah,
then it'll be really cool, So it's a little bit difficult. Clinton. Oh, this is our boy Clinton. Ken Shamrock still.
It's a tough. It says Ken Shamrock
Oh my
still
gosh.
is still a tough nut to crack.
Wow.
Love him. Peace from bro Clint. Peace from brother
Shamrock.
Clint.
He's old school. Remember him?
Yeah, didn't he fight Gracie?
He was Hoist Gracie. Those guys were like the
battles. That's when I was really into UFC when you had a guy that was like
300 pounds and 150 pounds fighting.
It was so funny, man.
Yeah.
It was such a circus. There was no weight class. You had like a sumo in his outfit.
I was actually at the Hoist Gracie. who's the guy with darn it, what was his name? It was like army looking dude, real
Sergeant Slaughter?
No. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, WWE. No, he was he was a champion, like 185 champion, and he was from Ohio. I cannot remember what his name is. Anyways, I was at the title fight with him and Hoist Gracie. It was one of the last times Hoist fought in the UFC, and he did lose the fight. But I kid you not. Matt Hughes. And Matt Hughes had this dude in an arm bar. I don't know how his arm didn't break, and he did not tap. I'm talking like Matt Hughes was bending as far back as he could. You could see it was hyperextended like a mother, and Hoist was just straight-faced. Just like nothing.
Double jointed? How is that possible?
I mean, I don't think it's double jointed. All I know is that it was unbelievable. I didn't understand how he didn't tap out. I mean, just like ripping his arm.
Those guys are sad. The last fight I watched, my friend invited me over. The guy, he didn't tap either. His arm did get popped out, though. So his arm was dangling, and he was still fighting, bro. He was still punching with one arm just dangling out of its socket.
Yeah.
How savage is that?
That's awesome. That's adrenaline.
Yeah,
there.
that's
that's adrenaline there. Later on, he's like, "What the hell did I do? That I should have stopped."
Well, I've been punched in the eye and sparring one time, and my eyeball made a sound, like a gushy sound. First round, end of the first round. And it was a rival, a gym rival, so I didn't want to give him the satisfaction that I can't continue, but I saw 4 of him. And he kept on landing that right hand because I didn't know which one. And then,
which one to get away from?
He landed a couple of times, and throughout the day, there was blood trickling from my eyeball down my throat.
Oh, my God.
And to this day, like, I mean, for a very long time, all this was numb. Like, so it was nerve damage, you know?
Wow.
And that's why it's dangerous.
And that's why kids.
That's why you shouldn't do it. What does Sarah have to say? I visited a month ago and had an awesome time with my fiance, just like last year. Finally booked 6422 for our wedding. Oh, that's right.
Nice.
I remember these guys. I talked to them about that. So they got congratulations. That's
congrats.
awesome. Have you ever talked to Brian from Altitude Exotics? I have not.
Altitude Exotics. I haven't heard of him, actually.
I'm so sorry. Tell Brian to come on the podcast, though.
Yeah.
Tell him I'd love to do it.
You guys got the
our
same
boy Mike, I don't play with green trees.
With his green tree.
With his green trees. He's super cool, but I got to handle him for cleaning and stuff. No other BS like that. He's such a great animal. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of how you handle green trees. You know, you can take them out when you have to. We take Pickles out when we need to.
Yeah.
But other than that, we leave her alone. So
now, is Pickles in the one in the back by the bathroom?
Back by the bathroom.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. That's what I was telling people yesterday, so I'm glad that wasn't a lie.
So, Simple Man, are you getting a pair of otters? And have you thought about what breed? Yes, pair of otters, Asian small clawed.
Asian small clawed.
Yeah.
Now, all right, let's just jump into it. We have the exhibit.
Yeah.
The otters are swimming in there.
Yeah.
Will I be able to put a suit on and go in with them?
You can. We're not going to let other people do it.
All right, cool. That's all I care
suit.
about.
Will he be able to wear an otter suit?
Hey, that's what
act like mama
exactly.
or papa.
Yes.
Because we need the content.
We do.
Yeah.
And that's
That would
the only
be good. That'd be good content
well,
right there.
you know, the only way they feed is through nipple. That's the only way. So, like, that's how I'll feed them is I'll put the otter suit on.
That's where you bond with them.
Yeah, and then come on, baby. And I got one for each little teat.
Yeah.
People are looking at you like, isn't that the guy that sold the crickets in the back?
Yeah. So the crickets at the back.
Isn't that the cricket dealer?
He's the cricket dealer. Oh my gosh. Silver Cash says, awesome podcast tonight. Very cool. Yeah, Sergio rocking it. The woo.
I appreciate you, Silver Cash. Yeah.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang worldwide.
Roberta. Miss so many lives. Miss Noah. What?
Miss you too.
Oh, lives. I was thinking she said lives. Like, what lives are you missing? Miss Noah and Bruce, boys are back in town. Much love to you all. Yes, we are.
Thank you for coming back, Roberta.
Yeah, and this is obviously a off night podcast. So
yeah, it's
you're still having
though.
a podcast tomorrow, though, right?
Yeah, my boy Ronnie Rohrbeck, little Guatemalan.
Okay, good. Well, yeah, you guys that are on, you got
I'll
the
never be able to
exclusive.
spell Guatemalan. That's a tough word.
Yeah,
It's a tough one. Man.
The U and the A always.
It's like it should be a Q. Guatemalan.
It's like amateur. It's like, you know, like that's.
Amateur's a tough one to.
Yeah,
to
but I
do,
watch
man.
enough amateur, so I know how to spell it.
Oh yeah. See, there is education there.
There is.
Yeah,
it's not all primitive, bro.
It's not all
all
just.
fun
Yeah,
and
no, that's good
games.
stuff. All right, got any other supers? Or are we
That's
about
it.
done?
That's it. We're done with the supers.
I think we're done,
Thank you
man.
guys
You
so
want to
much.
go get some food?
You want to get some food? You got
I would love
anything else
eat
to
some
talk
food.
about?
No, man,
No?
I'm good, man. I want to thank you guys. Seriously, awesome time out here. I want to thank everyone who like tuned in here too.
Yeah.
But absolute great time, man, with you guys.
Yeah.
The staff, the animals are amazing, and I came out here a couple of days to get peace of mind.
Yeah.
Hang out with the animals, hang out with you guys, man. I got everything I wanted, man.
Well,
so
that's
I
awesome. Well,
appreciate you guys, man.
Listen, you're always welcome here, and we're gonna come out to NYC soon so we can get some good pizza. You can take us to your pizza joint.
Suprema, yep. Suprema.
Yeah,
Do a couple.
that, yeah.
I don't know why I tried to
Likes?
give it an Italian accent. Suprema.
Suprema.
I don't know if that was
Suprema.
a Spanish accent or Italian, but Suprema.
Yeah, it's
felt
close enough.
appropriate.
Neither one. I'm Polish, so they all sound Italian.
Right.
So that's good.
Before we get out here, plug anything you
Yeah,
want.
plug anything.
Oh, yeah.
All your
You can
stuff.
follow me at SergioChicon.com. I mean, sorry, at Sergio Chicon. The IG is where I'm most active.
Okay.
And I list shows, so if I'm in your city, you can see me. And yeah.
What about,
Great, and we'll make sure to put the links in everything in the
I'll put some
description.
links in the description.
So check that out.
do you have like a website for your boxing thing at all, or is just
So
Instagram?
all Instagram.
Okay.
The website, actually, SergioChicon.com will be out by next week. So yeah, SergioChicon.com will have a section for the stand-up
Nice.
and for the training.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's smart. There
Yeah.
we go.
And trust me, I've got a training video from you. It's epic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I gave
Amateur.
That was a little amateur. I was worried.
So Brian has brought me so much joy in my life that when he was going through a hard time, I sent him a video.
It was good.
Of one of my characters named what the hell is my character name? Francis, and he's a very intense workout instructor. Wears a wig, and he's done 20 triathlons in 1 year. It's a record-breaking thing.
It took me a second. Like when I first saw it, I was like, is he like? I wasn't sure if you were being serious or not. Like whenever you like do like this turnaround, and you're like, and I'm like, is this like? Because you said to me like it was a serious workout video.
I wanted the element of surprise to be there.
Yeah.
So I wore the wig, acted as Frank Leo, and I sent my man Brian a video just to get moving, because when we suffer from anxiety or we're slowed down by something bothering us, moving always helps. Working out is so important. You know, I mean, it's the one thing we have control of, like moving. Even though your mind doesn't want to do it, like moving and step by step. So I thought it would be helpful. I have fun doing it.
No, it was
and I'm so
great.
glad you opened it, because I was like, maybe he's not gonna have the time.
Oh no, it was good.
So I was able to incorporate the comedy with the fitness thing and send
it was
out
perfect.
to you.
No, I definitely loved it. Simple Man came back one last time with a big old drop here.
You want me to hit it?
Yeah, do it.
All right. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you, Simple Man. What are you planning when the otters breed? Well,
Man,
we'll try to just get two females or something.
No, I'll get a pair. I want to get a pair.
Shit.
If we're so lucky to produce babies, I mean, maybe we just expand the exhibit. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
dope, though. I mean, but that's a long way off, because we're gonna have baby otters. We'll obviously get
Oh my God,
unrelated
they'll be
babies.
so cute.
They'll be so cute because you want them young, because they're very naughty. So you have to really work on them
how I like 'em.
constantly.
Like
And
them
nibbling on me.
so we'll crush it. So yeah, but
Awesome.
cool.
Thank you
Noah,
guys so much
get it, man.
for giving us a listen. I don't think we have an outro for Been Wondering. Should we make one right now?
Sure.
Let's
If
see
you've been
something like
wondering.
this episode, we've been wondering, and now we're filled in.
Now we're thundering.
Now we're thundering.
Now it's thundering
that's
outside.
Not good. You know, we tried to do something off the cusp. It didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
Did you get Patrick on the super chat?
Patrick.
Patrick, yeah.
Oh, good. It gives us a redo. It gives us
Yeah.
another chance opportunity.
How much for a wedding at the Reptarium? You know, that's honestly something that you could talk to Lori about. We've done some events
That's
here.
awesome.
We've done quite a few proposals here. But a wedding, I don't know. I mean, we would definitely do it, 100%. I'd be happy to do it. It'd be really an honor for us to be involved in it. As a matter of fact, I had someone one time ask me to be the pastor for their, or not pastor, but the whatever they call that.
The preacher man.
And I could be the ring bearer. I'll bring the ring.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the little
I be the
freaking
ring
ice cream
bearer?
ring. Yeah, the ice cream ring.
And
Yeah.
I'll be the pallbearer.
No, that's when you carry the coffin.
Fuck.
Maybe there's a
It is the beginning of the death. It's the beginning of the end. You might as well just go right to the grave when you have to get married.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
Congratulations, Patrick.
We've been wondering, and now we're getting thundering.
All right.
Peace.
All right, see you guys. Have a good night, guys.
Getting thundering.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun.